Unim say wo omampanyi na akufu ado
menim nya dia me oga me menim ka bo say omampanyi wo Ghana kroma bi dia akufu ado kwa say na me ka che e bia pisi papa e bia so no de onim obi sa we de me ji di
unim say wo omampanyi e fe na akufu ado enti okay omampanyi o hwe yeso ye fe say
e hwe yeso
yeah
Ghana bia hwe obi so obi hwe obi so wo Ghana kroma.
Traditionally, culturally, our system endorses corruption. Look at all our proverbs. On searching your da on our tafre, and you boy could trim. On searching your da, on searching your da, this on sayem. Diabatabu and you kana. A senator Boko, no one says on them. Ubi Pradia Kokotokwa and Yana bro. Are these not corrupt proverbs?
$1, 1 CD. In the time of Mills and Mahama, 2 CDs, $1. If I was them, I would say to the people of Ghana, I'm sorry. We are sorry for the poor work we have done. We're going to go and think about ourselves. But that is not the people we're dealing with. The fruits of office, the money under the table has become sweet for them, so they're determined to stay. Are we going to allow that to happen? Are we going to allow that to happen?
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance.
Nah.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away. Lift the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away.
Oh, Africa. If you should see the convoy of an African minister, not a president, I'm not touching the president. The presidents are in a different world. The African minister. The African minister will never queue. Oh, he's anathemic. Oh, the African minister is a demigod. Oh, Africa. The African counselor in your rural home, when they go to churches, not even if it is not their denomination, they saunter to the front seats. And even our latter-day clergymen will invite them to share their wisdom with the people, even if we know that they are village fools. If there is anything...
Santa, moi, Tina, Gilale, Nefambeu, a Travacha life, burn life. And line like Benewanye, not Benewanye, do not make over Ghana, Benewanye, and not Benewanye, not Benewanye, do not make over Ghana, Benewanye, and not Benewanye, don't not Benewanye, don't not make over Ghana, Benewanye, and I woman Ghana, I can't do no panaku, boom, woman Ghana, I can't do no panaku, Conile. We no, I am a tie, Kajasawa Gaba, Ibakwe no pepe, Iwamangana, Akia Jula Panaco, Wamangana, Akia Jula Panaco, Kunile Wipo no, I am a tie, Kajasawa Gaba, Ibakwe no pepe, Ibeni Jelio, Maleka Shotuba, Jelio, Maleka Shotuba, Onuba Mena Bandi voulait tous les sons, Bandi voulait tous les sons. Juna me jowe gana gwene wonye, Ena gwene wonye, Nona gwene wonye, Nonkwa. Juna me jowe gana gwene wonye, Bana gwene bagele Juna me jowe gana gwene wonye, gwene wonye, da gwene wonye, Juna me jowe gana gwene wonye. Wamangana, Akia Julo Panaku, Wamangana, Akia Julo Panaku, Konila Wepono, I am a Tai, Kajasawa Kaba, Ibakwe no Pepe, Wamangana, Akia Julo Panaku, Wamangana, Akia Julo Panaku, Konila Wepono. I am a tie, Kajasawa Kaba, Ibakwe no Pepe, Maleka Shotuba, Binaji Kunkufoyo, Maleka Shotuba, Beniji Jelio, Maleka Shotuba, Binaji Kunkufoyo, Maleka Shotuba, come on, by Mena Willie, Bandi Fule to the song, by Mena Willie, Bandi Fule to the song, Binameto Gana, Benewanye, Bina Benewanye, not Benewanye, Binameto Gana.
Yes, a very good morning, a very good afternoon, a very good evening to you. Depending where you are watching me from, of course, the name is Dr. Rene. And I don't pay any more baby. I will be no meeting Chiasrum and I'm a day brewo. Messer, why I need more Alban or more than I was share any day Kufuado, any MPP at Daroma. Oma Modia, I just say, Oma Logic complainer, the Mama Zungo bag. And then today be a bar, no more restricted your numbers, no. And into my algorithms, no yen to me because this is where we speak truth to power. This is where we illuminate. This is where we enlighten. And into one more day, and algorithms says and keep being to me rich fano in Bimuda. I mean, chia Joyce, I mean, chia a kukua, kukua to then a year record then, I mean, chia Kojo Krampa, a Berry Kisu, and so on, and not a Kwame. I was a Roberta or Mariwa Gifty, and so I was a Sanso and a Kojo Bejran, so as Abdul, and so I say, Meshe moi, Salif, Ewa, Ture Salif was a Uma, and so I say, Sankofa bias, Ewa, I say, Sankofa bias was Anna Raf, and so Ewa, I say, Papa, Mame Araba France, qu'est-ce que c'est? Bonjour, ça va bien, tout est le santo côtelé, and we sorry, where did he? On tiasie. Abusuya, E-Levy near Poyampo, my Jatim Joseph was a James was a Sana Kenneth, and so was an Anaya, a year, and so I was a Messer Moa, Moba Munshe, na Enco, a yenim. E-Levy no NPP for Ajatum, your president, and so Kupimo Parliament, State of the Nation address. Or the two United say what the Parliament has said, I'm a good as well, Richard, Richie Tete. So as Sunday a year way no the deep in it, you know. Yes, Richard Wasi, and I Richard Richie. Anyway, your man paying copy Parliament, Rita Nagala, welcome. Or copy wo a Parliament, or copy wo Parliament, no, Wama Inayati, CSA, a E-Levy, no, MP, a Parliament for legislature for Najiatum, and this is for so Moko court, a Zan court na Womoko. The entire maker say Zan court, and say, if you much, say, Sana NDC for crown, woman number, some car, someone 136, no. Yeah, if you much, say, agent watching CSF Canada greetings, Yajimoso, Ebusia back, Yamin, Ghana, the fight, Yamano, the fatity, and so, I hope I'm not too late. Sisi and Yashas here. NDC for one cano, Medino Crena, NDC for one cano, Medibetuja, what they are saying, Medibetuja, their mamma, Andra Americano, but her NDC for a mobile, almost sending me WhatsApp message, I won't dimatem. Hey! NDC number power po. One more fans. Omo me DM be dimatem. Hey, Dr. Ren. And then we are disappointed. MPP leave my arm alone. Hey, any attempt video omo DM here. Me say, when you speak truth to the black man, you become an enemy. When you speak truth to the black man, you become the enemy of the black man. Nana Shady enemy Nana Shady between Komo Obuasifo Nana Shady ebedi wo manim doctor Nana Shady bedi wo manim amamakwa kodi adwumadi bi pa kese pa mamembo aye audio we na tie video we na tie.
They want to be coddled. That's why most black people can't handle the truth. Normally if you tell a black person the truth, y'all end up fighting.
Yeah.
So people avoid telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our co-workers. Because if you tell us the truth, we might hurt you.
Wow.
They want to be coddled. That's why most black people can't handle the truth. Normally, if you tell a black person the truth, y'all end up fighting.
Yeah.
So people avoid telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our co-workers. Because if you tell us the truth, we might hurt you.
Wow.
It is so when we are speaking the truth, then others they have no other option than to come into my inbox and this is only view. And then they insulted me, poto, mamika bicho, me body no, anti-insult. What do I say? Anti-insult. Me body no, udi matemwa. Insure by your board then. She said they would insure a group basu. What do I say? Udi matem kwa na prepare me home. What do I say? You know, Uba me DM muna yendi sini na be di matema. I don't give a hoot. What do I say? I don't care. Me look, all that I love is Ghana. Apart from Ghana, anything else, I'm not a political zombie. I'm not here to do the bidding of John Dramani Mahama. I am here to speak truth. I am here to illuminate and enlighten the Ghanaian. Say 2024 bar. Yang konkotua bar nyansa umebenya humfaso. What do I say? I'm here to speak to you that you and I, we share one thing in common. The poverty in our country is one thing in common. You and I, we share a lot of things in common. So when we come here, we are here to what? Bring enlightenment to you people. Mamin Chika and Charles Semene, David Kekese, convener for Fix the Country, Yaman Akwaba. David, I say.
It's a menka.
Me too odem yopo.
There we are. Say. We are
all right. Everything is fine. Now, I'm sure though. It has be about to that. Can you see David Kessie or the Assam Kessie about the I'm making camera for. We have constructed 10,885 kilometers. David, I'm the mean your feedback. If you turn down your video now, a little bit. Okay. David Kekese, a convener of Fix the Country. We have constructed 10,885 kilometers of new roads in Ghana. This is President Akufo-Addo. Anna David edit to us. Mr. President, the distance between Ghana and China is still 10,848. Let's just say China 848 kilometers. That is 6,741 miles. Can you see, David? What was the reason why you replied the president like that?
It's about time say one. Whole space now. Social media wasn't there, and phone wasn't out. And you know, phone when they come, they are won't be an answer. They are no more those they passed and gone.
David, I don't know whether you are still watching a video and you are still using the stream link. If the video you are watching, if you can lower the volume and then we can talk directly. Because we need your feedback.
Me watch it.
Another use to earpieces be another headphones. Sorry. I can
me see earpiece.
Anyway, go on.
Let's make
feedback. In your feedback.
Oh. Give me the earpiece.
Okay. What we'll do in the day? Come out of the stream and then enter again. And then accept it. Right.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So yeah, check it sound and we shall move on. You just someone with him. Yeah, and the third force neighbor. Yeah, the third force neighbor. You knew who take David no in the Juma or in the Juma Papa be or didn't join it face the country convener. Your pamuni free a Juma. A Juma be a Bakubiana, your pamoni, say, Woman or more as or more pegana, ye or more per kufuado abino. To anywhere he goes or the application but to the unfunded Juma. Anyway. Your president I could be our parliament. I could diatro. But you remember and come on so. We are sure said David Barr, we will continue with that. But the president echo parliament or could try to say or no not buying so you know fixing road more than any other person, or constructing road more than any president been see that. So constructing a year construction of road no over 10,885. A free Ghana echo China, a friend is saying distance, no, 10,848. Iti ushe mukrampo noa. O mampenya kufuadu wankanokre. Na do wankanokre. 2019 we catch them say the president Ekufuado is a man without character. Wankanokre. What you say? You see, we are being led by a human being now. No. Jine won't say. When in call for the tea, what do you say? You're connecting Nana shading so and income. Nana, we are being led by a human being now. No. Yeah. Yes, very good. Nana shady one moon no a ground master. What you say? Or the your demonstration piano or to him. And then Nana shady was a important message. And the Maya we are singing. Ghana for more Ghana, any Ghana for more broochery. Nana, William Wakaba, about Edmedi so. Na message I want my Ghana, Yama was a and someone and I said, would he be a Nana, yet you.
Yo, Dr. Ren, I think I know my chair with you for Namachia freedom fighters and paying for in a Namachia, Mamua Bruchi, and a Ghana in a yes, Remo. Monkosoana mun follow yet because we are holding the media now. And to Monkosona mun follow, mun subscribe it, mon like and mon share for all the freedom fighters. And now you know the real freedom fighters we are talking about. Yan Semino Ayaka Krevi, Dr. Ren. Nipa ain't mean down. Doctor, Nipa ain't mean that. And what did they go on? We did the ground, no. We did suffer. Where you were having you back with Doctor, you know why you your friend is saying, your eyes are your friend is saying, such a media is here. Doctor, last 2 days, Mekotobi na 3 cities. Endra Mekotobia, 5 cities. Doctor, and yeah, better now. These things are all going on. Me no sorry na ye petrol ya tum. Me say ye sorry na fuel ya tum. Na make us say ye the bus echo takwa dia you 50 million. Na say ya see pe bi dia ko Accra. Almost say 70 million. Into within 6 months, yet me to adhere 20 million or 2,000 Ghana cedis within 6 months. Doctor, Nina no answer soon chem. Munina na yajia to mu say economy no bad. Na economy no bad no. At this time, Anna was saying here ye pompi sika e de share economy nim. This time my ni sika no Anna mo so e de burden e ba beto yen so. This time my bre menenda ma shama na ye kodwom ye nam hono ma ye hu say ye ma menom adem po mo de bebe so de yen to. Come and look at Obuasi. There is nowhere going on over here. The last time we feel a by now, you say, Galam say for any soldiers for me. Some videos now. Galam say for any South Africa. The more they fire, the more they become proud. They don't promote you know what is going on, what is coming. May say, Abai, someone be papaya. Munche freeze the country for any freedom fighters for because a year coming almost down saying we are not going to fight with fist. But we go fight with what? Intellectual. And na ye bra want someone to move. Na ye the freedom fighters about. Na ye the freeze the country. Ye say be demonstration. Na mo no ye for a tuni a giant. Charlie, we don't wish for war. But what the people, our leaders are doing, and we are not afraid to speak truth into power. I talk about Mekaye. Okra said these are the things I exist about you. I have said it again. As I may say, feedback.
If my feedback,
are you okay?
Mani muting the area.
Okay, me muting kekese.
Muting mano.
Okay. Yo, twaso, yeah.
Doctor, and educated young and said this time we don't fight with war, we don't fight with HU and I say we can use the common sense and battle them intellectual, so they should calm down. I say and I always say young for E-Levy when I go to the ghettos, they all kinds of shady and the listen and listen good. Listen and listen good. Our elders, our leaders, our cohort leaders. The only can say see a crumple the demonstration here PBMO. Mumma yetuni and koku. And somebody is ready because I don't know what may say. And you be a lecturer and can Endra. My boys and I know what's can Endra meji if I say mobile money I'm a Sunday yatra. And he's coming from so he's coming and the maintenance and lose because Endra ni papa 5 and will be able to get 30 cities, 50 cities, 20 cities, 30 cities. Shall I? What is the go on? It's a man and I should have money 20 cities. Not sabi me a wicked, not a person me tibonia, me money to about hey, and before when yo we and a year catch now, Ninani Aya Hutra Eba. Anna, when we talk about democracy, many at TNA, Ebia and Cantrell, democracy now, a quadri free a Bruni Hono, and Intina Bruni in the bucket for 8 million because democracy, no, they understood it very well. It is by the people, for the people, and of the people. And the Kaman one I have a say, a Yanapon or see a Timu intima. If there is anything they must put ahead in the country, they must first do it as they are doing it and fooling themselves over there. No? Now they come and they will listen to we, the citizens. This is the case, the citizens, yes, say. You can't say tax, and I say, because the tax in Yanayabua. Name Coco Diano away. Gold Diano away. Obuasi you too good. Royalties meaning so Cronia Gibia, not Medimaster neighbor. And it's on your way, you know. Most sounds so at the tax above for say yes, we cannot speak. Ya demonstrate your mind here, and it is say, dear pan, ya now, me, dear media, but and as a freedom fighters, and I face the country. Man, I may die and be sorry. Means that, so I need to do something. Dr. Ren, and I may say, any me so me kwa koye bibi wo kwase, and we are tired. And you know, and 4 o'clock. Me share my boys and one bossy, Obi Obeti Bia, Uchi, me, winning bossy Nibia, catching and say, wait, Nana Shady, yes, Yabayan or bossy. 4 o'clock, hour of bossy post office, Muntie. 4 o'clock, hour of bossy post office, catcher of bossy Nibia, so I'm bringing to when demonstration, Baby. Ye ko jina ho ne ye de camera si ye so Dr. Ren mun nyina befa freedom fighters mun nyina befa na yakwa ko yi ye sika eko ye mobile money accounting because the only way we need to do is to boycott the mobile money. Meanwhile no catch say enye obi na catch say ko biye account eye wow ana wo ko biye account said ye wo de wa said ye ko biye account no also ko ne ko close account ko you seek free. This is what we are going to do. We need to take action. We need to take action. And it's saying now what we are speaking or what I'm speaking about, and it is not always supposed to be Nana Shady. We need to build the same idea. Our community be it's like media. Now I said Dr. Ren. Also also was squad and as American squad, also was soldiers. Now was what catch from said this time here Baba yes put their own point to me. Nana Shady, Mayano have 3 days. You repent come twice to Enzema. Now you call. Now I organize boys when I was Maria Chaba. Be free up a free master call me Quorum one also Charlie. These are the things we need to do for the government to know. Say we don't only speak as acquire kasa or social media, no action. We must take action.
Joe.
With Mitaya, Metia, ko jina ye camera let me say me pe. Sisi no ma mutie na mo abochi na munsu munti meba. Mama ya some amenities be to say ado my laptop and a projector. Cause no way no they don't have any idea. And then you be na my boys are not near project baby near project na ye ya chere wo and when they see that they become angry. Yes I mean social media na kwem brofo na omomugu abochi no. We need to do the underground works. This is the time. This is the time. Today, me dey ban obo fu na obi amon kan kire no enne 4 o'clock. This is what we are going to do. Ye repe wa wo abrochi bi ana wo Ghana mpo. Na kaka won se na obetimi aka say na shady faka na wo koye bi wo me hono ma. I will go and do it. We must die. You are going to die. I will die. But name no owo na owo no e dey din ban na wo je se wo fra asase isu a.
Joe. Nana, we dey your friend is yam ko eye wudua eye David Kekeso. David na yentie de David nso ewo mai from David what the union na munyina grandmasters what ni nyina na friend is saying fix the country for so yenso yenyina yafa dwumidi ya na shedi abobo posu
Betia shofudi more anywhere everywhere in the world be and Betia na Betia face the country penny for offend the freedom fighters in penny na Betia one more do 100 na wo sika wo de ta the media aid nation no Michia Obibia Yankopon sha Ghana Bibia the other name the other. But what I want to know is what I want every Ghanaian, every citizen, anywhere you are on the earth,
my light out.
Those days, what will be trying to know those days nature more because this name social media we are not used to it. It's no workers the obe KBA no now the aba ADD. Those days this we are in era every have access to internet. Everybody has access to smartphone. Everybody has access to information. Say in peniful the in same business in some no Jonas asuma. Say also as a citizen, you have to do your best, try and do your best to expose this lie because NBC, MPP, or my Ghana, no Alpha, back there, no one can do anything to them. The media is not feeding with the right information. Share in someone that echoes so our parliament. Sooner, State of the Nation address here, opening and I say, or man penny back in kind change. In some duty of the media to let the public know say in some papa will be kind say soon. How can you say offender constructing a new roads Ghana 10,085 kilometers 85 kilometers I was like, how? Ghana or such in Africa now. Construct the amount Ghana. To now, no, we don't have any way house and this life to us. But all that we want is thank God for freedom fighters and face the country. Yeah, then no matter what happens, we are going to expose the lies to the public to the taxpayer in this country. Dear, what freedom fighters, and I said the air canoe. It is very true. That is what before what be passes them E-Levy. Now MPB are from our say Tuesday the E-Levy will be passed. It only tell my account me now. I will draw everything. Tuesday, and now we're mobilizing to say everybody should withdraw their money from what? From bank account and the money account. Because we will go painful there. Someone say they don't have any resources in their country. That is why they rise on taxes to the country. But I know my say get down nega so ya babeje obi sika. Say onje and I need to develop your man. We have everything that we can use to develop the country. They be example. Israel is smaller, voter bigger than 8 times. And I who you food say one. The main of what desert and abundance, but they are able to feed the whole world. 90% of the food that they eat, 1% will produce it. We have everything in this country by their down SS. In the Martin Bote is a crime. If Dubai a desert land. If what is wrong with that in this country? It is about time.
Your president said, Enra, your president said you cry a wheat. And a friend is saying, and your man who do free Ukraine. And in Tianam see Antiminia and your money be and crab even in Tino. And no nama a friend is saying, affect economy.
Semi say no what's here, anyone. And I met papa can, baby, I will be good position. I say one. It is about time, the match in Penifuni now for Independence Square. If we are getting Chimba. Then I dream the said. How can he say you crack the wheat? What Ghana ham who sit down now kuswa. I 6 months dinosaur. Tell you how rich the land is. No bad the catch because of say into Quorum but AC will edit what's about my Ghana so Ghana. One all cast as him waiting or like I said, I'm family. No. It is about expose this is about time we expose the lie. A time I don't say no about NDC is MPP because me papa or NDC, me my more MPP, but always I keep on telling them say it is about the party, it is about the country. Let them or money my head you. Since here, no more boy, I'm said that be Munya Hushi. It's instead of say, no, or mine, even though we belong to a political party, but one thing you should understand is a free political or better or my Ghana. It is a year, we should think first about the country. Then the American for everything is about America. It's not about any political party in the country. It's my Ghana and your man say or man Israel 85% of their whole dinner. Once and will produce it. What do you want? But look at Ghana. Our great ministry, Baba Cancer in Sabi, Achen, and Peninsula. My Baba to go balance some matching. It is something one. The country, everybody must be good enough. Say, yeah, begin so, to mind their normal. Begin so, police for bad harassing and normal. They can do everything to as far as it is normal. Now, made that fear not. Abaya about the now to baby also security phone bomb by and say offend as papa.
David,
no be so police.
David, I'm the check who earpiece, is giving us a little bit feedback, chichi or background. Then let your voice also.
Are you okay?
Why okay? But me peda me busa them question to the two gallant soldiers here. So what can we do to let the Ghanaian more people get involved? What should we do? Mm-hmm. Dr. Nanashidi.
MPP and listen, they have money to buy the people. They have used money to buy the people. And they are pumping in money. So they are also ready to take over and let the people and say, these are the things that the people which is affecting your future, your present and your tomorrow to come. We need sponsors. Wow. What best sponsors? Oh, these are the programs the country freedom fund want to organize. One is employment. Because the people over there, anyone. One more will get those, minimum confirm they have good degrees, or maybe but yes, because of unemployment, we because of atrocity and that, so we are hanging around.
You are getting a call. I don't know whether it is All right, go on. David, go on.
1 a.m. people know how to.
David, do something for me. To free. And let's talk and see.
Are you okay?
Am I okay? Yeah, let's go.
Okay. One, we should comment. How do we get the off? Because there will be a comment now. Na no way say MPP offend MPP babedi attract no. So one, we should tackle issue among the youth. If because what's it you from pie and share. If you are hungry now conference on beduechi na monko demonstration. Other American yadina. These businessmen, whatever that the youth are saying, is something that is going to help them also. Until they make sure that we best sponsor every protest of the citizens. But when you come to Ghana, the people that we are fighting for they are rather partners. So the only way we should go is that if especially those in the diaspora, if really we need a change, because those of us here, those of us yes, but some of us to have migrant say, for money, we are going to do things that is going to what? Shaping the nature of this country. In the so we only need people outside there to come and what? And push the agenda. Because so
David, you see, then come back, but come back and then lower your volume. All right, just free linking him number back.
Why you?
Nana, na me busa say, the party tune betimi aya. You better get woman on board. Not David Dika said we need people to sponsor us because and go for now we fight any more no. Omo di sika ana e ton anipa adwene. Nti yenso ye nya nkofo bia mo man hye ase a. Na say de ye ni na no ye ntimi enkonkodu ye friend say empempenso aipe. The person me jiwa dream che. Di na ebetimi ayaboa aman kofu bebre no ye ka. Omo krampo entrense beka choboy, but they will take up the fight upon themselves.
Yo, doctor, me sanso adawase any question here obu say. Me sure say question we me krampo de bua me busa o. Nti ene we see. Me na aba da me so na ye busa me. Me chia we TFO BM any freedom fighters and ba omo efidie ne so no. Now, the I make can say together together as one and no dey ehia say na nanu maka bibia to one de omo kan yi bia aduma. We yi ba ko a
and the network now what Ghana and the network now what Ghana and the I say David what to do.
It's mega.
Which one can?
So as I was saying, Ewa. Say new phone shama.
And the one network in the day. And Kofono almost say monitor freedom fighters. Almost on hijacking and then so 1 year there we will push. Yes, you will push.
No matter what they will do now, we still one thing they should understand is that the more they are fighting us, the more we are becoming great. The more they are attacking us, the more we are developing strategies. The more they are attacking us, the more we are finding new ways to attack them also back. They should make their minds they are waiting for straight.
On network, it is rather unfortunate. I think that I need to call you on WhatsApp and put you on phone rather. I'll call you on WhatsApp and put you because the network is really bad. Fetch them there, make it away from studio. Right, fetch them. The network of David is really bad. Nana, to ask mommy.
You know, me say one, in Kabo. Na me saka ma sembi say, sadie ye furu eduano. The ways I the force no. Sa ways na ne o chede. Ye the besane. Na me pa chere say, na ye call demonstration na ye busa atade. Na especially mo abrochi no almost say there be na den tin na ye call demonstration na was ye sha atade. Na tin ye call demonstration na was ye nya e friend say brass band. Now, you are not here, so you don't know what is going on. And they're saying, Sadia, teacher, one baby, a teacher, and 1 year son, and now also I can say, I can be. We were mentalized, we were enslaved, and now, Sadia, MP, NDC for no, we cannot just stand up one day and come say, yes, you have brass band, yet you're saying, Taliban, cerebral fee. A normal Ghanaian, how Dr. Ren. How Mama Ba, how Freeman, you understand democracy, how you understand demonstration.
Abuja, mo fan chair na ene de em say your network no. The way I Emranti. Yeah, Tonka.
Yes, I almost moving in platform. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's say because I don't because we don't make one of them catch it home. And the only thing they can tell you is mistake because you video do my they will get to follow me at opposite a demonstration. But the question they were asking is that what can I do? And it is not their fault. Everybody and that is the same way they got them. And it's not the Christian. And how you believe you
voice na Abusia Mumfam free and say in the program no the way air corner akoye de ewo ho anyway yen hwa de we ni bra yen hwa de we
on the dance floor.
Yeah, after the hello. Hello. Yeah, I think it's here. Yes, they are trying to call me and then distract. I don't know why. After the very good. I'm a friend of distract. I don't know. And to Muti. And to study NDC for any MP before the year. Sa na was a head. Yes, you have food if you are not. This how way now. I asani. If the woman tell you, I'm from Mamba, doctor, I'm pound so yenya atade amon. Now, when speaking about atade, it involves in what esikasem. Esikasem now can you? We need sponsors. Now, I didn't make sure the best one, even though we are using the social media, the best way in the one, for FM stations. My church may finding inquiries about how to do it. We have targeted the FM stations, especially of Boise, maybe of Boise. I've targeted the FM stations. I have 4 FM stations. Now, the first time I call 15 minutes, 2.5. 15 minutes, 2.5 for 15 minutes. And it's a 4 of the FM stations. Every 15 minutes, at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 5 million. Twice a week, saying, 1 per saying, and 1,000. And the 1,000 multiplied by 4, 4,000. A friend said twice a week, make a phone. It involves in what money? Why? The social media, my mother is not there, my father is not there. The whole German almost 5% and on the social media in Ghana. So these are some of the places we must target. Apart from that, maybe I must a information center and then at least every community be your information center no it means you have 20 cities makes me 30 minutes. They are bushel, I'm this is the way you people mo so eduo mu nsem na mo ntimi nyi mo nim emba na mo follow ye na de bia mo ka che say ye third force mo na mo ha ye say enter third force no ye third force na underground works we kram ye nyanya yo. Remember enye obo asepe how many constituency ane ye wo international di menkwa mesika me pa me de be FM station no any information center na amayama menum bi because listen I know how to get to the youth. Minim tata me kape missing ba kono so be let's go. I know it. Enti yeah for the country ma go bebre because station FM station because 2 pe they can use information center because they can know minim de mebo ghetto youth maybe otigi obesore ayden aba sana me share chairman sana me grew up. I have been living with them and I am a ghetto boy. And to me, words are you push it ebeba. I don't know the video be a channel me call ye bi wo ejom. Me we na woman for ni na be go hey and to your boss ni and ye hu no boss Ghana ni bi wo boss ni bi wo ma o wa kokudro say that means they need people to stand up but they push up. And I said they all food ya pa no and e pia no. Ye making sure say me say me ya me de wo boss na enya wo boss nko Raf e wo dum kwa. Can somebody also ye be sure Raf na Raf so build BB e wo ho. Offer you our Ghana, meaning so offer you so quarter region, offer you social media now you to go to the people. Come many some of them in penny padabi, we need such things in all the communities. Now, Momono, are you ready? Because number one, what would you mean? Yes, it can be a frame. And you to watch it and you watch it. Enti manya wa agene say e bia ade aye di be o wo koforu dia obetimi aye enti oba benye sika free maybe wa ma me ho ko shem me ho ere e ko shem enti these things you must also what take care say another day enye better and 4 o'clock am say me kwa koyi e o say me walk it through me ko get to be ko ka kire omo bibi say chale say ni say number say me yo kakra bi me mo kakra asa na ba ma ba enti enye o agene say nkomo pesika na emomo no say yenya o mu wi a after all better freedom fighters, I'm about to face the country. Next time, you boom say, hey, yeah, they don't even want t-shirts. They will not even need money before they go because that time, no, or might say a sermon or as it. I don't say no. I heard crowd which now near frozen and echo demonstration. This is the education we are talking about. You can say Tony Jaya to me. dear me ya me se me pese ma obi ayi ni sika yi anka ima ge se me kwakwa me de oboasi ebi asom e wo koforidua ebi asom e wo takwa omo nyina yiyi ebi asom e wo wanchi omo nyina yiyi e de social media ne so a boycotting of the momo enya tokwa o minuanom yes sramu me say me baba yebu oboasi me say make sure say me 3 days I will go to the ghettos e sikasem ye we pay me person ka me sa ko baby a obi su te tema o sedin a obi su nim boys o amazing eastern region ono wo na me din komosa boys no oni mo mo chale we for create something we need action and not picking minia and so the social media no 400 there be so and rofona na the Ghanaian people living in abroad are benefiting yet me ngare ye be tell cost agleme e sikasem enti yes ramo munyina no munim say ade aye mfa wani mumba enye wo choice me ntimi di watem me nkasa wo ye coward because the list are oye no eno anema ye ne inkuranhye na yetimi aye den ye de aye yes ramo me de menim say yebetimi aye no education at this juncture ye educate yomo ye move to them ebu ona yenko cheche oma de say Dr. Rain Adam da ya wo frame me a wo de ninth idea bi by say yenko donation ni nyina no so say da ho these are some of the things we have to do. We must. This time I was like a Ghana. I was like a two baby. I was thinking on the street. How are they going to do it? Because on tiasie on the no on tiasie. Name multiple points. No ma saying because GTV no GTV you find anything. No telenovela no ma be okotra obekono mo tra dom but also you move to omo edom ye na edom fo na ekọ me see me timber market fo bi ekọ amekọ omo ho I'll go and educate them minia wonsom wanyi nipa enti okoba na kata jinsi we ya na ni baje na next time why dey otimi akọ na kakra metimi aka na medase
nana we dey e beda wase papa na eja ansa na meja wa mo akọ no medie na me say obebosu biem ye ne adwuma na akwa akodi no obo ase no obebosu biem na wo mo a omo edin kan ba sisi omo ba no mo so etimi eti
sabe pepe na edin kan no bia na woni so na edin kan aye kakra bi na me ka se E-Levy ya ye dia ba betu yesu by force se enye by force a se ye hwe amanfo a omo kasa etia edwomfo ya ko no akodi nkomo omo so omo ntie enye me nko a we've seen it on the internet amanfo bi ko dwom omo ne omo discuss. That means the citizens we don't want it and by force aban ni say ono de ni yefunu ene friend saying I sika bi obeso okoji iti no or ba the levy aba betu yeso at this juncture yes ye ni sika no and also the betu yeso de ya omakoka omonuoma sem e wo parliament honoma omantie ye ne democracy is for the people by the people and of the people enti omo fa emra na ka wose omutie ye so omantie ye omo accept E-Levy no ewie yentimi entutuo mbo omo yentimi entujan emma omo demonstrations ya ye hu so hwe afei ye babet the ensembi ababe she ye san ya ka kire omo say democracy ne ka ho die na shady me babe ye no oboase energy akwakosi Friday o Saturday me ya to aso afekwa me ya to aso me ye na enne ochina me ya to aso now me fra boys na ye kako gina baby na ya gada na ya the video na to ye so na obi ya akoni momo account akwako yi sike fi momo account me sa so sibiem me fra boys boase me ne ekophobia kasa me kwako gada o mo me fia pe me ko me ne wo mu nyina obi a wo mo bi a wo sika won account mu bia ye the video kwa akoto ye so me say anya na kra ene na me di initiative neba o channel pa ye be ye ana enanyum ye be ye we are going to withdraw our money from the momo account ye momo account ye ni aye dia ye ni aye pers untimi emfa wo kwase asem ne wugimi embeto ye so tax sa me na me de me pe ekotu mu me de me pe ekwa akoyi sika no se ekoso a ehono mu ze enkwada no e wo se ye de yiti om there is nothing we can do. The only thing we must initiate now is to boycott the momo obeka se na uye free mu why na beka no mesrew it will affect the MTN people. It will affect them. It's now they will become the immediate we are tired because MTN phone go phone from the Airtel phone almost but they are rich, so nothing affect them. It's can affect MTN. Your friends say call centers no more. Now the government will also take it out. It's kakrebi, ne share kakrebi no. Ebe fa omunia adia ye fa hunjim. We enye tokwa, we enye demonstration. Obi etimi nya ohwe. You don't need police approval. Wa wo sika na ye say ye kwa kwa video na kwa kwa yi. Otimi nya hwe. Obi etimi nya hwe. Ye bu obo aso no na adia American say obi so betimi stand there from man for baby. We yem obi sika o. We yembe busa mobile money bia fa wo pemu na ko gina bibi ko kasa kira manfo bi na kira wo mase na fa omko fa video to so ye befa ye nyina befa enne ne ba be no hanu no Dr. Ren be ready mama ba o ye nyina ready I see the internet ni be use ba ye nyina befa de ato obi ya mfambra wo de wan timi amba live taba ye 5 minutes tama mu nyina mu yi no 5 minutes be ko ne fa bre na ye publish ye koso ne ye ya e bia one day no they will listen to us madam ase.
Na we dey ebede wase kese pa na uka asemi na me so atwe ma adwene kosi so say yenua mo amowa abrochira mo ye fix the country ni freedom fighters na mo ntie ne ye sene na nakan no bia wontimi nko sisi wodwan anko a no nguma kɔ ananya sa na twi ne ka no
na pepepe
enti wo so wontimi nko a ja mo abetim di aboa na odi aboa ana wo ebusua o Ghana wankasa fa ofo na frɛ wo mo na ka kyerɛ wo mo say womun ko yi omu sika free a friend is saying momo for no womun ko yi omu sika na free na ko wo ma no omu sika no a won fa omu momo account so bi onu wa ko fa West Union and MoneyGram ntima mo abroach no we are all involved in this fight efiefo no de omu kwa grounds wa ko yi omu sika no yen so e wa abroach no yen kan tire wo efiefo ye ma me no mo say free na ko no sika na fa o phone so bi Sikana free na kwa pesa ni afa West Union and MoneyGram. Ebeko go party ebeko corner. Yanso say empemfo ni fi so mebo ya bro a yanso ebedi wo ma bro mo mo say say bi e wi ase e wo mu no say say wa ma wo nyonkunu entwa e friend say entwa pa yanso wo ma wo ntwa eno ti sa pepe na yanso ya wa kwantu ya agenda ya ye no freedom fighters no face the country and baba be ye friend saying yeah, first quarter a meeting, massive emergency meeting. All the chapters, a Zoom meeting. We are coming to come up with a plan. Yeah, my good father didn't buy that as I say. So we feel so many yansa, yansa, the bro, yeah, they are 30 terabytes, the Brazilian bytes. To one go crap for the Parliament, and I had it. One go Parliament to cry, one more Parliament, one more that party.
Wow.
Wada, Chief Justice so Wada on duty. A Chief Justice on duty, Wada.
Our country will be in much greater risk as the fallout from the dramatic worldwide increases in freight charges.
Who the finance minister no better E-Levy no? Finance minister. Finance minister no better E-Levy no. Ono so Wada, finance minister.
Directions for our business to deliver and being able to gain access to government services without having to go to the news.
Finance minister da. Well, of course, I know what Penya, I know I was no about to say, what that woman that indeed abandon the economy in Sunda. Woman, if one more giants, woman that on duty, or more duty. And yes, when you couldn't be a child die, no one didn't care for Haba. 11, no, and party, and quite party for the first time. Can you forget that? What's that idea? Black trousers, black red. So I say, honorable guest, you need to know the dance floor. So I say, E-Levy dance. The E-Levy dance. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the E-Levy dance by honorable Kevin. You see the moves?
Nana, what's it? E-Levy dance.
E-Levy dance. Nana, E-Levy dance. Yes. Now, Udim.
Hey.
Mama Ghana for me mama breaking news, you know. Mama breaking news. Andra President Akufo-Addo, will be a State of the Nation address. And the presidential jet and the fan, when you can say over UK, they are coming to celebrate E-Levy. How do we publish champagne? I have been invited to a third meeting of a homecoming summit. The invitation be like MPP, the bank will UK, VVIP invitation, menko, becoming him some woody for. I don't associate myself with them anymore. Me see a kufa the menoka say after the State of the Nation address and Wababa Pierre Quorum has say with a presidential jet is what time. Woman by G woman. I no mabedi. Me see look. What the one now we are MPP as Yansa. What one now they also MPP travel through ma Yansa. A kufa what they are with bremo. When we are jam one but now UK air but Ginani. One maba nom dump perion papebi. One maba nom sam who had didn't sa and what who was in Kanya the Abaha now who said you win Jimia. Win Jimia was it? Maybe I can't tell Munko Musicano become Musicano one fast one. One maba more wouldn't be a trouble in the E-Levy Musicano. Wouldn't start E-Levy Musicano. And yet E-Levy Musicano no Omo show. But the Omoyan say E-Levy Musicano, our mobile general. Woman di kosi our wa. Woman di kosi our wana. No me da kope loan no me de peno. E can oforiata bank ana loan be dey. Obe jinem ama Ghana. Enti loan no e kwa jeno. Ye di ken oforiata bank. Instead say ye di Ghana a friend is a Bank of Ghana. Ekwa si an a friend is saying. Ekwa jinem no ye di jiskano. There be a private man's bank. A data bank. Enti ono no wakoye adwuma no a obenya ne 10%. Ne 10% no Okwabo sena 1 billion, 1 billion, 10% of 1 billion. Do the mathematics. We are talking about millions of dollars. So these people Ghana, they are more time millionaires. More time millionaires. And now muti say a friend is saying wouldn't me ever touch Chelsea. And you wouldn't me ever touch Chelsea. And conform shas, because they are more time millionaires. Wamaka so you manima Ghana for some say na da ben na munya sense can na to Chelsea no. And Tiafa wouldn't say it. No sebio. Ono de e kwaba bia no a ono na be soa no. Ono na be dirty work ni na ama wo Ashanti region. And in 2022 ono anga say ne nkofo kan say e kwan mo fa so mo de wie mu no. Ma MPP etumi wini power no. Me say 2020 MPP for my wini Ashanti region no. A voter apathy, Ashanti for Antuaba, Omu we need here, but Ashanti for Antuaba. Intiminuka say, a kufado, our UK. Minia, to asuname, to asu. Nana, yet you to asu.
One would you Okayana? Or for that come, E-Levy dance. Like I said, one. It's when I send a message to I want to say, oh, Jimmy now, I guess he enjoy at the Diano. One was on John one way E-Levy dance. Hi. Like I said, I don't know. I have planted on now. When no Emma, you want someone kind of play. And at this time, no people will understand. We say, and some catch it. Almost say these people they don't even think about us. These people, it is not about Ghana. No. These things are all going to show. Now, idea who boy me be our internet is when I make no. Ma maybe no on be. Omo go across the internet where on because wait, say ghetto boys living in Saudi way ya. But are they going to see it? And the culture will say, these are some of the new here no. We pay and it's a E-Levy dance, E-Levy cake, any social media video. Now Kenya project a banana to Yakoha. Me drew our penny project near Chrom say E-Levy no head ya Baba ya church much wrong E-Levy say Tika say no Benya, a one Oma man Yakasa young demonstration, but they will move. Minia, what we are seeing in Ghana now, and yabete. Now tax now you say the papa and yet this juncture things are moving hard. We are in a highly inflation. 2 days now you're tuning and I'm also about pay and so by force said no. The citizens said they don't want to pay. And it's not even coming from only with the citizens because we remember vividly say but when now I can say there is no need to tax Momo because it is a work for the poor people. One, Munchen on one say I work for the poor people, it's no need to tax. Uti, at this juncture, one, it is for the poor people. One, and it is for the poor people. Two, we are in what? In a bad economy. Inflation is high. It's 2 times of what he said. And already I was also the iodine at taxi account. This is wicked. They are killing us. And they are killing us softly. Said the Ukraine, Omonum 478 years, I will be 80, more than 67, 70 and the mono yent now, Emma Mo, Emma Yenny home betray. Now, most sabi more quite put to me, sorry, and it's just kind of more general. I don't know what you are using this for. Because Mumbama, you know, Jana Mode, and you don't get to be out dim papa be once a papa be and man. So what are you? Hey, Charlie. But a time is coming, and a mechano, one jinipa, and a private we bakwa. I'm a book, ye kabuma, and tomorrow was a third force, Yenya calls baby, third force, memo frame, I may say underground work, by a young the third force, non-tomo. These are some of the things. We are going to boycott. Now, me sounds to see Dr. Randy and the semester. Wow, catch a woman. Right now, they listen to you people because once and they are wounded. And to the other can and also and it's a woman near somebody your family member can represent. When you're from East and News, obey your free, and the more upper hand, more broaching, especially. Imagine, say, 10,000 people, our freedom fighters and face the country. I can't tell the Bush was a 2 crown free man. Million. Young funny say 10,000 people our freedom fighters and face the country every month. Every month we are $1 every second. Every amount freedom fighters for some point to face the country, some point to share the for to be $1 from 10,000 people. Calculate $1. Only $1 just come on. Nana, it's only $1. Okay, $1. Maybe to me also $1 every month. Be $1. $1. Maybe Mama Dr. Ren said Dr. Ren for a freedom fighters conference. 900 people are saying we don't need to be shouting and asking for money. Or someone's move free move pay. Say free pay. You never create yadi. And you will be the man can't say you. Yep, it's most move free move pay. They say yes, we are all working together. Mr. Boycott Momo. Up to this week to next week. Also be actually so many for ever by your money. That's a we are starting ours in so many this week. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Obin so sorry when you're not shady. When you're Dr. Ren, Minia, money now, a big come on. Dr. Ren, on Cheti, on Momota, on Jabi, Massa, on Jabi, and to comment my da. And to Yen and say sorry this time. This time, the Yenny organ affect you, Miss Sadamo. Mommy, I'm sorry, when you're not shady, when you will live up, when you're Abraham, when you're Debbie, Yabby, Messamy Yebi, Memusa, Dr. Brian, Director Brian, I am and on a start say, Brian, Ayabi, what are you also waiting for? So many are for by your modi, Enzema for my Modiana, where friend is saying, Eastern part, Kofodia Modiana, Moma Yanya Bibi, way and Yantoka, way and Yanshe, Koya video, one of boys, with a mere 10 or mere 5 Munchambra, but Wamam, Nayanchi almost say. The country Ghana, it doesn't belong to MPP, it doesn't belong to NDC. I am no me no dear. It's say, Yanarasa Sini, a ya board and day at the mammy no me no. Yankasa heaven, a board and then the mind. And you're making sure, say, the country no, and the heaven, ye be men another in a crowd to home, mammy. One another in a crowd to home out, and internet down to Yassi. I mean, I'm in your hobby. A true me no me no say bedding, ye be a beat to us. Another crime a day a buy any. Oh, but our contact here is the same. 0592 402 905 and they share this media there no so me no ka say ya light out me no ka say ya it's baby pa and yeah is not around we go person njan kwa brochi bi mo hey, me no can say ya no.
Oh, living legend.
Living legend. Where do I say this video, man? Yeah, live video, yeah, fine.
Fui, living legend. Yeah, live video. Yeah, were you informed? See, bedum light.
Nanga membe.
Yamba won't carry a bit more light.
Nanka me yes, can be yes, can ya? I'm of them a court press ECG. And so Amuntino, me pesa me ya a friend saying a coastal, na coastal and a safe and court.
Living legend. Nana, for numbers need to obium na a giant jaw quina, quaya
ask for more. 0592 402 905 0592 402 905. Mr. Obu operate no car be a enye dwuma de car me pe car yabu ni bi de ho ade no old timers ni bi a wonfa ye wonfa maye de be say start ko nkura na se na ho no de wonfa car ni moto ankwa wontimi eye beta o ya kwan bi me after de be start so de onimi dwuma ye ba be enti no obu car bi de say pick up cry ye pe so what you say we na ni kwase ye to e bia wo bi wonfa ye hwe wa onim say car na esi wo fa maye na ye de ye utilize no petrol dia come bit me den aton ti bi say no am mboye madam nyina mo so ase Dr. Ryan me da ase
nana e be da ase e nana shady e grand master ono no na etika nana shady na etika no e na no pay ewie ye be da na ase se wo ba e na ja oni abedi nkomo abusua we de enkomo no ene no eye asem a mo ha de bro the 12 disciples ye bro the 12 disciples ene no omo gina ya omo Christianity ahweti ewiase afa na nyina ye wo homework bi ye wo assignment bi ye nyina ye wa ha no ye wo assignment ye si ye nyina ye gidi si ye dogana se ne mpemfo nyina kan ye nkone ne ye nua nana chei enkodi nkomo nana chei ye ne enkodwetwe nkomo yes nana ye mo akwa aba nana na bom te zen
oh nyame adoma hode o pa
Nana E-Levy ya pass you State of the Nation address and some bebre na akoso NDC fu ekura mo say no wo mo numbers yi sa na yesi wo mo kro mo ba nipa enwotwen absent that day no enso mo begina wo ka kire wiase nya se no mo numbers nya 136 enu nti no wo mo work out na your strategy tactical and some bebre ene dosuko kohwehwe mu asa na wo mo kra no wo mo numbers kra no wo mo ndudi wo mo de 2 day E-Levy hun sensemi ya jatu eje aba benya enya baby ede na wo ekafa
Did can mention for I'm say conversation we run as enka yeah but unfortunately I'm maso
yeah
and yeah dey share ne I think say oba Ghana see E-Levy and Black Stars and then DJ ba kroma nan kese nema ebe kosa but E-Levy no ababeto mama say I change the narrative in town where I say E-Levy no and it will be a sense or share of Berena Mania and the level of resistance I Ghana for a put you up. For a put you up reasons I justifiable as to why E-Levy no by betting me saying for Juma and people were living proposing other alternatives. And buy no fast war a rookie in revenue instead of say overburden the ordinary Ghanaian on the street, but in the face of all these things, and I think the government was really committed. Say, E-Levy no somebody be no there, no one no somebody be. At some point in time, we were threatened. Say, E-Levy na every SHS air cost no a bit a fine then as a form salary of go workers then as a form no so into natural how committed government obey the E-Levy beba, and they also proved to us that any other alternative means that the gather revenue be not that particular door no you're shutting it down. It's really unfortunate that we are here today and E-Levy no they say they bet me I saw you more yet what is going on at the Supreme Court no budget to say indeed Quorum they had Quorum for decision of making and say any particular Quorum, and for that and I think that we will leave it to the Supreme Court so one castano a whole way about. But on the E-Levy, things is really disappointing. And rather make culture about self Parliament institution they are gradually confidence in faith Ghana for our Parliament a conform because so who has said Parliament now on fighting for the ordinary Ghanaian the interests of the ordinary Ghanaian now prevailing now over the years it's always been partisan consideration over national interest as a forum. If you look at Parliament issues clearly he knows that the consequences on the average Ghanaian are very damning, but they don't care once a party not taking positions there that is quite the first one And then right now, we also talking about the fact that the minority position from the beginning. Nanka Manfo expected such a resistance will go on. But unfortunately, we got to a point that Parliament minority are working out this particular E-Levy echo. So I told you about my disappointment, but on the other side, my candidate says, "Our Parliament, you should not have any reason to walk out. It doesn't matter whatever going on. Or at the end of the day, whatever the strategy course of Parliament, so what's now will seek yourself through whether it's favorable or unfavorable. When I think you have to ensure you face whatever the debate be a course and a coward practice when you walk out of Parliament. I think that position I have already stated before this particular way. But over the question, over minority position on this particular matter, I have sat down and I have reflected on some of the key things I think that we also need to put emphasis on, because UNIMBB. So we what happened on the day E-Levy year pass na a son of MP no ye obi I think that ye no court ama ni locus or carrying the home as an MP was revoked through the ruling na court in the buy. So at that particular material moment, na only home rights of Parliament, I carrying himself as member of Parliament or getting involved in businesses of the house. And at that particular point, it means a minority number now reduced by 1. And so over the other side now, we were told that Joseph is not in the country, but all other members of the APP, were present, including Obia, Oyari, Amafo Freezer, Owukurano. We saw videos on social media, the ambulances, see why you pack Nippon or in the hospital bed, so Omra Metuaba, the level of desperation in our government, I said, when BR so E-Levy no pass it. So when you're put in such an uncomfortable situation, now at the end of the day, majority our 137. And then the minority are short by 1. And you sit through to debate whatever. At the end of the day, whenever a vote is put forward, you lose the count. And it means that legitimately the E-Levy will be passed. And I think from the beginning, they've made their position clear against the E-Levy. So if you're against the E-Levy and you have the winning numbers now tonight, the E-Levy will be legitimately approved. Then the only option you'll be served the word and say, okay, that is the case. Relative to the recent Supreme Court ruling now, for you to form a quorum, decisions to be taken in the House, you need to have half of the numbers no more Parliament. And over a Parliament, 175, you need half room, which means 138 here to form quorum. It is a minority in India thinking that felt okay, you can say 11 years support it. And this time, you need a DB bit because you can see a transfer pass it, they will pass it. So let us work out. You're working out. We deprive them that particular quorum status, to do business. And I think as somebody who is against the E-Levy, I think that the strategy that was deployed by the minority at that particular material moment, I think that you're consistent with their position on taking they will not sit down for the E-Levy to be passed. So that is why right now they are armed with one, we are finding a more opportunity to have this whole process crashed. Because and this case in the Supreme Court, so Supreme Court to release say quorum now particular decision, so not so half, and for that matter, that particular decision will be null and void because contract the say see a formal contract, that's the basis in a fraud. Yes, a fraud vitiated the entire contract. So I know that there's a quorum now, you're forming, yes, and the Supreme Court interpretation now, the true Abdullah case in a court recently said, for you to form a decision, not to take a decision, you need half of Parliament, Then it's all working out. And don't forget, by the time I'm not working out, I'm going our second stage of reading. And every stage, we are independent of the other. And this is a second stage, by that time, minority, Parliament, they were counted among, they were part of the quorum. Then you also move to the third stage, which was a separate proceeding at that particular point. So you need half to form a quorum for the third stage of reading. And I think that this is near Supreme Court, ever dealing with that in the coming days, they make your position. But I think that's if you weigh the options, stanka minority not now saying definitely like E-Levy will be passed. And from that point going, we will not be served with any other opportunity of going to the court or whichever place to overturn this particular ruling now, but now we are served with an opportunity. The Supreme Court will agree, say indeed, yeah, but so form a quorum, not a half. And the question is at that particular time, no, or half of that particular number, so waiting there for the quorum, a bit decision on taking, you know, stand there now. So right now, the future, everything about the E-Levy, I think they're arrested on the Supreme Court ruling now, based on the matter now, so that is what I will say about that particular thing for now.
Let us say, yeah, Supreme Court here. Supreme Court, so no, or can say, so BBN, I see a formal quorum, but based on the quorum, no, Anna, your friend is saying, you bet me, I'm making decision. Now, this particular decision is also, yet to me, I quorum because yet to me, 138 because your parliamentary, you say more 137.5. Nippers only in Chaimu. I say 138.
Exactly, and that particular way now I very, very interesting, no? Because when Ghana high way, we can have a bastardized executive, we can have a bastardized legislature relative to the polarized partisan nature. But one aspect, yes, for any doubt about the credibility, any neutrality, the Supreme Court. So as a researcher, if you move out there and you sample public opinion as to the kind of perception people hold about our Supreme Court, I can tell you there are a lot of people who believe that for some time now, some of the rulings coming from the Supreme Court, it makes sense. There are people who think that the Supreme Court has been coming out with decisions that they are influenced, some cry free said they are tied to the apron strings of power. Power can just maneuver them to do whatever that they want to do. Relative to the recent ruling about quorum, I think that the position has been clearly expressed by Supreme Court as to what actually constitutes quorum, that they are business in the house. So on that particular basis, some of us will be sitting afar and will be watching at how our judiciary is going to fare, or the Supreme Court is going to handle this particular case, because I think that is very, very crucial against the fact that a lot of people are holding a lot of misconception about the neutrality and the fact that this particular court is not fair. So this particular case now, but I think is going to give us an opportunity for us to see how things or find out at the Supreme Court. Say indeed. So we person for form quorum and a decision be taken, and then the constitute. So Obi wa Parliament House will declare intention to the speaker. Say, I don't want to be part of the quorum. I'm walking out. Now say it make us say, or I'm say, Gina Valanda, no so his part of a quorum now. I think these are interesting days ahead. I don't want to sound prejudicial. I just want to give the Supreme Court the benefit of the doubt. At this time around, they will do the needful because everybody is watching from them from a distance. Ghanaians are really watching them. And I think some of us who care so much about this particular democracy of ours, what we are hoping is at the end of the day, justice will prevail. And in the end, Ghanaians will not have misconceptions on their minds that the Supreme Court is biased, the Supreme Court is partisan, Supreme Court is whatever, and yes, the very foundations of this particular democracy over the years, because executive say we are there. Parliament, due to the partisan nature, sometimes to have trust and confidence in our parliament is also shaky. But one area may not say, yeah, and you say doubt, the judiciary. But it's unfortunate for some time now. So the kind of misconception people have relative to recent rulings from the Supreme Court, and give you a positive picture about the Supreme Court. So I think the onus now lies on our judges to go back to the thinking room and just come out with the best decisions and move say endanger this particular democracy, because if they go ahead now taking decisions that consistent in amount for free say those decisions are there endanger a democracy. I tell you, say we wake up one day and there will be no democracy for us to be confronted with.
Yeah, sure. Before I win the Speaker of Parliament. Now we need win what's not going. But yeah, quorum no for the purpose Sebu Yanshada NVA size form 4 no. Now you breaking crunch or masia say yeah quorum the minimum friends the number of people needed at a meeting to conduct a business. Yeah, minimum so yeah, and you said not necessarily the minimum of 138. But then if we can get 137 being present there, 274 being present. Now a 274 no baku amba na kwa 270 mienu amba na kwa 275 na mienu amba na kwa 273. Out of that minimum, said the Quebec say 137, MPP befa ho so na ejamoko Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will say that there was a quorum that was formed because based on it.
Yeah, Sanka minority not tenase and to abana and they will have no business going to the Supreme Court because at that time no number now war added to the number quorum na 138 in a bebroso kra and the two abana you don't have the numbers because here is the case they are desperate to the extent say yakofo obi or yaro ambulance in the next hose or baba kanwa babeto so clearly. And you also mentioned say my Speaker of Parliament because no is a quorum no so. I think the Parliament will be more you see quorum no very often. You don't go to Parliament and say count number of persons or more. The entire rise to prominence because of recent Supreme Court ruling. So in Parliament business, quorum is always presumed until somebody raises a red flag. It is a local parliament, not a more business. That's a nipple 2 grand present until people raises a quorum, no, the business will go on. So, quorum in parliament over the years is presumed until somebody raises a red flag. So, some minority what parliament or more floor or mudina hono. Wouldn't mean and raise because they needed just one person to be present to add up to the quorum. So once you are at the floor, won't mean because who resist among so because already and the speaker also because of the practice in say quorum is presumed until somebody raises a red flag. You are not expecting or such or anybody from the MPP to raise a red flag. What I say. So for that one, another speaker not any other way be obey than to sit down for the proceedings to go on because first one, of course, on minority, okay, out, for that first day, You remember very well, said business of the house, of course, so a speaker, and to me, I'm one to go. So that is inconsistent with that particular practice. Quorum is presumed until somebody raises a red flag. Yeah, the parliament, business, not say nipa 5 or it's presumed that we have the quorum until somebody raises a red flag, and that has always been the practice. But Supreme Court recent ruling when the for okay, so they are free now corner. You be making sure that the marakin so free now you be can you and I think that is the reason why all these things are merging, and then I flip it in. Why my difficulty with the Supreme Court rulings there? I was expecting some committee taking judicial notice of the fact that Parliament now, even though any overwhelming right to do whatever that they want to do. But until said the businesses of the house about transgress on any constitutional prohibitions, and as a more the money affront to the dictate of our constitution. That is when you move in. But until that, you just accord them the dignity to work without any way. Because all the cases will be a deputy speaker now because of representing NIPA. You're forgetting about the privileges that come also with the position sent by a deputy speaker for that particular one, because of one language, that particular original vote, he served with a lot of privileges and other members. So if you're a Supreme Court and you're moving into adjudicate on such particular matter, and you go to take judicial notice of the fact that that particular position comes with a lot of privileges, and maybe way the speakership position when you sit in the chair, you're supposed to assume a posture of neutrality. You're supposed to be fair and resolute. It doesn't matter say if you party never and answer way, but all these things in the Supreme Court decided to just throw it away and sure say Obi a speaker of Obi a deputy speaker, and I'm say all from constituency, that particular person, must vote. A non-parliamentary practice and customs over the years, and they feed it into best parliamentary democracies out there. Because in the UK, I think that you understand that is how it is. Almost speaker is an MP. Yes, your friend is saying on hold original vote. And sometimes in the UK, I think they have this particular way last and make a certain principle. Say tie as a saying vote tie. Most of the speakers vote against the tie. just to afford parliamentarians the opportunity to deliberate among themselves for them to break the tie. Say, a speaker, no, everything say what take his side and answer way. Into more he will defer the motion, refer to you to deliberate among yourself. All these things and democracy, because democracy, constitution is a blueprint. But blueprint, sometimes you need to find a way of implementing it. And this agency is in the implementing because there's like an overstretch of a judicial arm into the nose of the executive, into the nose of the legislature, which to me is unfortunate because I will call Supreme Court to see and say case minority, they are Supreme Court. Whoever sits on the panel is the sole discretion of the Chief Justice. The upper and on the and Obia knew how could be Chief Justice say, I didn't think I want Ivan Tenaso, now one fat Dr. Renan Tenaso. That is the sole prerogative of the Chief Justice based on various institutional discretion or more. That is the power that is reserved for them. So in Parliament, I think that particular way, intrusion way, is really unnecessary. And it's the reason why we are here creating all this unnecessary tension all over, all because of this particular E-Levy. Now, Dr. Ren, maybe I'm expecting to say, even we don't need to blame anybody, either minority or whoever. It's about the government. You see, we are government and you need to be very sensible and you need to be very reasonable. So we see Quorum now we politics, NDC and MPP politics and in China. Now do when you for Quorum. Go on social media, go on various platforms. People are genuinely complaining about the damning economic consequences this particular E-Levy will have on their life. Against the fact that unemployment is low, against the fact that businesses are not thriving, against the fact that even foreign enterprises here are pulling away. It means that Ghana is in the economic quagmire. And this albino free said the only way to is to impose further hardship at a very crucial time. A president himself has admitted that there are difficulties. It means you are not a sensible government.
Now we are sure that president no admit it because you pass E-Levy. We shall we?
You see, I keep telling people, so this is a childish and infantile display of power. Your friends, a political leadership as a leader, our command emotional intelligence. So now has said a man for people are even threatening to delete your friends saying money as a former.
Freedom fighters former woman villages in 16 regions, no, encouraging woman delete
exactly. So as a very sensible person, answer will be rising to leadership position, you need to have a lot of emotional intelligence. Now we are very intelligent. Now the atmosphere in town, and that's what pass E-Levy. Must you do this thing? Shaman for before and answer say. So you see, that has always been the star. Leaders now, these people are not leaders. It's unfortunate that we have imposters fronting democratic rule. They have no idea, they have no clue, they don't know how to run a country because in this charged atmosphere, indeed, when you live in pass here, this is not the way you should react. But over the years, that has always been their practice. So here, E-Levy cake, pass here. At the time, Ghanaians are pushing against this particular E-Levy, they decided to just say a cake about Ghana for before. Now the E-Levy has been passed. The same attitude, a child say, I didn't find a leadership. Inspire to get everybody along. Then I'm a catcher will be say there can never be any leadership without a team. For you to be a leader, you need to have a team. Because team, and I will play as a leader. So Ghanaians, are we playing as a team? We live in a very polarized political atmosphere where everything is, you're trying to say, assessed from a partisan political perspective. Depending on the party, any power or better say you're blue and I say you're black. Such an atmosphere, you can't play a leader. So as a sensible person, if you want to be a leader and be successful, what you do is you just whip everybody in line. You merge everybody, unify them in a common purpose towards a particular goal. But this is the attitude of power consistently. They seek to divide the people. They seek to do things that will push people away. They always do things that will make people angry. They do things as a show more. And that particular attitude, more mind. The support that you seek, you will not get it. Because now me catch you said the starting point to the economic woes are it's not about measures that the government will introduce. It is about the measures government will introduce to amend the broken hope, the broken confidence of Ghana forward about Akufo-Addo's government. The kind of mentality and the kind of perception people hold about him say, this guy is not serious. This guy this guy about to satisfy his urges and fantasies or blow your monies away. That is the kind of perception you get out there. So as president, all you do at this particular point, what makes it that there are challenges, is to amend that broken trust and repair that confidence. Say E-Levy say president on fasikanu kodin sembu na ode kofa play na kodware wo wiem ye nyesika so obi bokro no president will hold the person accountable. But all this crucial aspect of it, it's been overlooked. And then they are looking at the easy part, sika number. But the question is, E-Levy sika na say. E-Levy projection here, you say 6.9 billion Ghana cedis per year. So say I'm not say 4 months. Because you see you run out in May, it means that 4 months is already gone. Target now set and you will not meet it. So another day, and then you know what E-Levy will be turning the economy of this particular country around. And then
Unjini said the woman yet said the they be idea no to Musa E-Levy no woman de kwa kope bosi amu de kosi awawa na umenya bosi.
That has always been the plan. So over the level of desperation as for a course now. The more you say omobe your friends saying special purpose vehicle. Let the kwa jebosia about to say omode near bebre sisi kamu ase no. Na ya kwa jebosia over 70 billion na the bedding sembunu ne sabi enkwara asem okroma na asisika no. Enjo mbeko no na Canada ho because that is what Ken Foriata only obey finance minister adia ye born abaso betimi born abaso pa na say mbobos enkwasi abosia de abosia fa na enkwasi abosia nyansa nim de ya kwa koba basisi ya nti say ya bobosia ma wokọ market no kwa koba bosia omuhu omuso furu bi say ofri Ghana pa omuso no Ghana de ye entrust them we can give you money
onu de obobosia because he's coming from a background of investment banking. And then every investor would like to go and borrow because that is where the strength lies. Because the more you borrow, and then you're able to use the money, that is when you get the your friend is saying the credible ratings out there,
yes,
so that you can borrow more. In terms of a finance economy, no one can say there.
So then it will come back to the question of competence. Why would the destiny, the fortunes, the economic destiny, the economic fortunes of a whole country like Ghana, a fledgling democracy, now Africa has he has no idea how
Ghana network na eja amanfo aso ye network nim kakra Ghana de sa na tie na yaso network nim eja so ma hunu se ye din komo wa mu eduru nti e ba ne sa de apena Ghana penyan na yaso ye network nim. The most important thing is what you see and say the youth in Ghana are not angry enough. The youth in Ghana are not angry enough. I know say man focus on Dr. Ren and mama for NDC in Kaon. You should focus on the government. Yes, we focus on the government, but equally we will need a political party on also so a person about bemuno on also no so boy so that at the end of the day Jumano we can also get them involved. So they also have a good mind that one day go to 2024 we can also champion the minds of Ghanaians, if not for third force for a political party like the NDC. And now the highlights in the highlights of your president Akufo-Addo ni sona no E-Levy ya pass sona won sensem na E-Lies ya pass me no ka say there your president Akufo-Addo Obaba be do the United Kingdom Obaba be do the Queen's country or United Kingdom amenu din komo yi E-Levy party and omobeya na E-Levy party and omampini omaba be ji wo ma home ewo United Kingdom. They are here to, celebrate. They are here to enjoy. They are here to relax because the almost Ghana for Eddie Amawo. The almost panel woman sa anya aka. And in send your Monsignor Canadian. Then ye any G anomba beju woman. Obi say, oh, Dr. Ren. We amemo we nya MPP amemo. Eya Achim Sakawa memo. Media minim Achim Sakawa phobia. Ya register more as political party. The minimum say MPP government. Can be being trouble. You'll be hearing people saying, this is not the MPP government, it is Achim Sakawa. They want to apportion blame to a group of people. And I'm falling victim to that. Do not fall victim to such things. Ivan and Ivan, network, living legend.
Wow, yeah, Ghana, yeah, Brancata, abandoned, yeah, not
yes, I did a friend is E-Levy now. Free E-Levy, 1 year cost so na nimukakra. The president can say me, okay. Or see, this government remains alive to its responsibility, its responsibilities to the Ghanaian people, and to see government undertaking the construction of 111 entities. Agenda 111. Obekaya, if you recall, now a 88 hospital. When me and Sibako, I know the jump from a year 88, no the bar a year 111. And your president is still they are committed to undertaking the responsibilities. Do you think so? The president, are committed?
I think that from my background, I told you I'm a nurse. So when it comes to aging, my culture says old age hormones, has a way of twisting people's reality to a certain extent. And normally, so he's living in a different world. In that particular world, politically, a friend utopia, a state of political perfection, or no state, or lose touch with reality. And the opposition or things now on them some of the only link to Ghana, the real Ghana, because most often don't forget so there was connecting from the beginning. Very often, this one penny to be always speech and so when it comes to such presentations, I'm not sure you can take him serious because for all you know, Zambia baby or be sooner they put to copy. So when it comes to such presentation, Kufuor is somebody you can trust because our track record will be a speech even in his maiden edition, you can't trust him. So your friend says state of the nation addresser. At the time Ghana is broken. At the time there is no hope for the ordinary Ghanaian. At the time the level of economic desperation in Ghana is so overwhelming to the extent that it's palpable and it's visible to the extent that you can even touch it. At that point, you expect a president who can inspire hope and engender confidence, whip his entire country in line, unify them in a common purpose. That this is the direction that we are going as a country. And these are the measures that they go in the short term, goals that we are achieving, medium term, long term. We say, as usual, a campaign promise, promise. Forgetting that he has been in power for over 5 to almost 6 good years. The amount of money that he has borrowed in the entire history of this particular country, so if you are president and you are living in a reality, not European bliss, and if I say old age home, and TC reality, I'm not sure you still take the stage and show now promise. Also, could say university is 5, and that way, it has always been about the political rhetoric. The reality now, putting the nation on the pedestal. Ghana and even your hope say yes. So now, he has been able to clearly articulate his point. In the last 6 years, Legon Hospital, and in the long term, for medical research and blah blah blah. A rich hospital must see a facility, a commissary bit standing the test of time. A Ghana need to near Obina Agrishamuni and Kudru said something is going on. But I think they will soon and their course and yes, I am their course. It is about the usual way of promising and the stage Ghana for here, say obey. And the other side, yes, a cheap attempt to rationalize everything across by blaming Ukraine Russia war, by blaming communities and Ukraine Russia war now, a call starts somewhere February 20th, and of course the kind of economic mess I mean. This is a cheap way of observing from blame, so or not there. Or you're guilty of anything that's going on. But Obi Ghana near our touch to reality, only the to know the fact in the last 5 years, so we have economic state here, millionaire, and yeah, miracle. But rather, a consistent event in reckless, senseless executive decisions that yet for a very long time, and the community are resulting in where we are. So it's not like say you could die, like economy, and sorry, America, we see the economy, no, and that's no. It's a deliberate, conscious investment for a year in reckless decisions I taking over the years, and then the about way. So I was expecting the president to be bold enough to admit to the fact that although the reckless manner in which I am managing the economy, the rate at which I was setting a loot for family members and other looting this particular country over millions of cities now, and not because I put your mind as the year 2020, Dr. Ren, which it means we are 20 over 12.8 billion. Yet we are Sasikano, now we have 6.9 for E-Levy. What I try to repeat half of the particular, you not need E-Levy. And we had a trajectory in the last 5 years. Sita Okruma over 33 billion Ghana cities. It's a cost 6.9 billion. Thank you to toy and near my year. Maybe no. Yes, now. Another day, I can use my E-Levy. But it's an admission. I am for some Monday, it's an admission. Maybe media address you mean to be the meeting the tax as to whether the Ghanaians will be overburdened or not. I don't care. E-Levy none of us imagine after all. Akufo doesn't need anybody's vote. Toma MPP don't find out. And the officers of the and one obey. And he's getting away with everything. It's unfortunate there. He has not demonstrated commitment. He has not demonstrated anything, nothing that is worthy of commendation, nothing that is worthy of consideration. And Ghana and international cases, okay, so say there, and that's all. All in chair, E-Levy, that's the clear. And on town, that's the other part of pass it. And Nipa or hospital or MP, no, you're minimum of family because politics right here. There are no morals, there are no convictions, it's just politics. And you can't be a first one. You get away with everything we do. Until I therefore, as a health practitioner, I know that patient they need to have some dignity. I will be in a particular state now. According to a report I remember, she said the man is not a good state. I'm not to ambulances on Parliament and pass E-Levy. For them, and the conversation if you're a president and you cannot understand your influence against other people on the political divide, then you are not useful as president. But you should have the people commanding authority, that influence to even permeate through your party corridors and permeate the other. But here is the president on one case in the political party plan, he has lost grips. You know where Addo Disdain is. He has left the shores of this particular country. The president has spoken to her. The chief of staff has gone to bribe her, gave her money according to Kennedy. The lady is still defiant. She refuses to come. It means that the president has lost control even over his own MPs. How do such a person extend the influence over the minority to be able to sit down and speak wisdom to them? They need to come to the same page to approve the E-Levy. He doesn't have that. And if you're a leader and you don't have that charisma, if you don't have that convincing power, if you don't have that negotiative power to convince other people to just buy into your idea, you are not a useful leader worthy to lead a country. And that is the point that we are. And the reason why everything there because there was sense to sit down and reason with people.
Ivan, why is not come from Kakrao?
Okay.
Yes.
So the sense to convince people to agree and buy into the vision. Say, okay, E-Levy, despite over the years, and say, so let's work together. So if a president with all the powers, Makacha say, West Africa now your president, you have an overwhelming authority. power we need because be a man could be mentality, so that's a man mentality. So that's the only power you don't have. Apart from that, you have power to do everything. And with such an overwhelming authority, if you cannot convince or flipping the minority to agree with you, convince them, meet them halfway. I don't know the sense of executive power exercise. So Akufo-Addo has been nothing but a failure. I don't know, the say 2020 Ghana for call about Abana. One call to elect a leader. They rather went to the polls to set the disaster in motion. And that the disaster that they set in motion, you know, and then they play out like that. So there is nobody to blame. It's Yankas that are responsible for what is going on. Because Akufo-Addo from the one demonstrated clearly said, are they having leadership? Campaign crowd a minor way to convince anybody. And the or has a own way, they will cut their way through. And that is the practice that so they don't sympathize with Ghanaians. So for you to even I know E-Levy party, the most sensible thing to do for as a president is say, I don't know the controversies, you know. After that, we have no opportunity to be in parliament, you know. You use the platform to unify the people. They need to buy the particular vision. You promise them that, okay, more doubt about me. The government over the years, I am promising you as your commander-in-chief, as president, say, I'll make sure that things will be done right. This few words way, I'm telling you, sir, and Ghana need be and I suppose about the E-Levy. As a president, you had a lot of authority. How you speak just inspire people to believe in you. All these leadership quality traits, you know, it doesn't have it, and it's the reason why we are here. So I think it's unfortunate we are in a mess. I Dr. Baumiano, so there. I wonder why.
Listen, why Akwaba Akuna Eden?
Kind of Dr. Baumiano, vice president. It's unfortunate. When in BB, what one of the solutions we propose to say, yeah, work, you know, okay, out of this economic mess, and say, Dr. Baumiano, I said, Ghana, politics, and I am one. What's your mind? Not politics and independence and young say anymore. It's about its emotions. Sometimes, most often, you know, it's driven by a partner, a tribal orientation, and for regional. The whole lot of and some and influence politics. You know, it's different. You soon again, Dr. Baumiano, because economy now are turning around. There are money across the he has always been part of it from day one. The scene there. I think Dr. Baumiano to Ghana. To Cambodia, I think an off-track plane from Cambodia to Ghana to come and fix Ghana's economy. Then you can have observed on where because of the Viva. But the guy has been here from day one. And because of gross incompetence he has displayed relative to current happenings, because the guy is now fronting IT. If you are looking for solutions, they will tell you the person has been part of whatever going on from day one. And then Ghana from TV that. Solution, you know, if we ever never. So I think we need to beat our heart. The coming days are really going to be tough. Now, some of the solutions proposing are very interesting because here is the government. To buy our way out of debt. Economically, you know that is highly nonsensical in economic sense. One will stand out there come and you can borrow yourself out. That is highly nonsensical in economic sense. You don't borrow your way out of debt.
Ivan, when the factor me say me bem kakra. Among for commander yet there. Now I say opposition in the voice. Now one I say I say network. No, to the mestre. I mean busa. I mean through a question kitu be. Ivan, so worry there. I am penny and empower Bible America now UK no be worry na on fa umbrana. You won't free a year baby away because intelligence here to grow we na. Me no you do din kobo kran pa the way a network yi say we living legend just say assemble cranny Ghana for am single am wa kwantu abranti or single mfa wo dem nchro ma me wo dem nchro a petition mfa ma me emamu ferry oba me inbox ma ka say doctor I'm interested in Ivan J Mensa. I live in UK, I live in Australia, I live in America. I want to marry him. Now fat mo picture kaho na me share vital statistics no. Yen kwaya ware yen fa nim free crew na e kura watimu a yedi nkomo network no basa sese ya finest brain no the tikrom wo network nye Joyce so see doctor I'm number one. It application has started be already. What you when you na yes wada network na mana I said the wada Ghana network kura be di Ivan, it's ready to us. Sorry, sir, baby. What I say, I'm for say he belongs to me. I'm for already creating application. But for this is the time where someone who say, what is a voice speak Kasawa Ghana? Now, who's a voice near voice? I had not a wisdom, knowledge, a woman. Mummy and Shaq might be better to do my I'm an on any guru. Friend is not only the friend is the human capacity in terms of friends and knowledge and wisdom, no, but also we can have the financial capacity, no, to back our agenda because the people I know are more one more crooks. Menuka say Kufado or UK or be celebrating E-Levy. What do you say? Or be celebrating E-Levy party Kessia or be no UK. It's already or UK. I say. What do you say? Ivan, twas mommy.
Yeah, so my worry has to do with the level of insensitivity I also. Like when the people are complaining, officials seem to assume a different posture. They don't care.
They don't care.
Yes, and that is the problem. You see, when I'm making about emotional intelligence, leadership, cover every aspect of human life. That is why the last time I was telling you the first and the foremost responsibility of every government is the provision of security. And that security encompasses social security, political security, economic security, religious security, everything security. Is the reason why elsewhere we have air costs geared towards taking care of the marginalized and poor in society. And other places, they have package for women, they have package for a man and as if for because they perceive marginalized and their friends and people in the society, government role is to provide security and we need to help them to achieve that particular thing. So at no point in time must the government official deploy gross insensitivity to the plight of Ghanaians. Here is the case. Government officials make a brand new car not posting on social media. You see, by the nature of the car, you may be a billionaire, but when you are working for government, you are not supposed to display wealth and assets because people you are supervising, so when you're leading such people, you need to project yourself in such a way that you put yourself in the shoes of the person. Realize it, but we know the more life and papa no Ghana see her. And I am UK, say so. You hear Casa Mokana, they are just faking European accent. With those fake European accent or come from us, and Ghana happen, and that particular attitude in us for there. Just a want to say. So that insensitivity, and spread over the country where Ghanaians are groaning in pain, they don't care. Where people are expecting a binding baby, nipa ahwatono. Government officials will come and speak in a language that particular, the tone is vulgar, the tone is so disrespecting, is so insulting, and people don't care. Because I'm for free, politics, the NDC and people, and they don't care. And I don't I'm also taking solace from that particular fact. And Nipa almost see Nipa Minimiansa. And we want to share more still. It drew about to Buku and we are not moving on. Makasa the starting point of my Ghana and say because we want power, we want massive power able to change the destiny of this particular country. Because your power, your collective power, and you're more powerful than or more leader. In America, when people realized that they were fed up with this Republican, a Democrat kind of leadership, they decided to go for somebody outside Washington person, Donald Trump, or a business person, or in New York or in the business. I know the day it is desperation in America for Kopana because they were tired of various normal parody of because the people at every point in time have power, and if they want to make you president, they can make you. Because about Donald Trump being president, most of the pundits said the conventional playbook of American politics, and I said the conventional playbook of world politics, has been torn apart because nobody believes that Donald Trump is president. But because the people in America realize that we are fed up with going for war, we are fed up with this blah blah blah. We need a change. We need to bring a new person. When Donald Trump came, even though but what I'm saying is power resided within the people. Now see, you need to see use that particular power wisely and wisely. Some of these individuals no more frontier political landscape, Dr. Ren,
You wake up one day and you realize that they've all lost their relevance because politics here, I think, with a lot of people rise to political prominence, not because they have intelligence, not because of anything, because we have created a very polarized political atmosphere. It can click anybody to prominence. So yet, if we are not careful, we may wake up one day and we will find a monkey in the plaster house because of the politics that we do. Yes.
You find what?
A monkey sitting in the plaster house if we don't change our ways. Because the monkey will not need to tell people his ideas. You don't need to share with people. You don't need to inspire people. It is about fronting a political party, and you have the gullible masses who will fund you up there. So when you get there, things that we see right now, no, these are the things that you will see. So I think over the years, you know, because they are come politics, they are dream papa politics. Now your my anything you hunyans as a politics, no, and you find emotions in there. And I am fast away at 10 in a way and when any and away at Santin away at chimney. Not say a cassette, Dr. Ren, a general way, a dear now over to offer. And him the saying, a dear no bet me the long term vision, saying, okay, manner. I'm convinced that he has what it takes to turn the country around. These are all things that we need. But yeah, yes, I never this tribalism, this ethnocentric and tribal prejudices and tribal supremacy. Wait for us or minus so and sans no we will continue to suffer and suffer and suffer because my culture say yet here my sir. Young pon yes to buy and century bebre. So we need answer yes to going to menu. Concerning he never saved the fool. So if you are a fool, you have to save yourself. We need to move out of this particular hole now. If we tell power world that said we are these sensible and reasonable people, we are ready to change anytime they will mess up. They will sit up and do the right thing. Until say these things they will continue to talk with our minds, they will continue to play on our intelligence, they will our emotions, they will just toy with it. And I know the day, we will talk and talk and talk and talk. Nothing better will come out of it. As I'm now to our kind of class, your own young man, and you expect them to have sense and wisdom and believe in things you do to share a common vision for the future. No, that has no in the present. They don't even have the present. These individuals will go on social media and they will launch mortar attacks on you, insult you, bust, and do a whole lot of things. So I think sometimes I don't want to always sit down. So I'm for say NDC MPP are solely responsible for problems. And I say NDC MPP is not a problem. I am not a problem because until we prove to the NDC MPPs, we will continue to live like this because as a politician, always what they seek to cash is political capital. Political expediency has always been one point that they always consider. So when an enemy say, "Oh, really nipo muni answer," really fools. It's easy. It's easy to fool. So whatever that you do to them, they will agree. So for you to emancipate,
you said they are good for the bodyguards. You want to go school here? One didn't achieve 10 gram no more. Naja, didn't achieve a good father and who are feeling fine, but because him so much it was a couple of no bomb with the
people are so gullible to the sense of grab of photo no to make us or general swat about manipa. You see. That is a starting point. It doesn't matter who you vote for. I know that is not my business. But make sure you have a genuine cause. You have a reason to vote for the person you are voting for. Because we are all adults. It is not my position to tell you who to vote for. One, if you're reasonable and you are sensible, just scan through the political environment, the prevailing circumstances, both economic, social, and whatever. Just look around, assess your economic status. Based on that, men koyena free na men na to aba na me papa.
People they try me fruma.
Exactly. And there are a lot of people I know. I have a lot of friends who are doctors. They are still living that primitive age. Yes. And if some of these entanglements, if school cannot liberate you, if you don't tend to be reasonable, because I know a lot. So political landscape in semi or be a lawyer or a TV so kasa sebi ultimus and some Kenyans are being. So I say school crowd sometimes in refining the on so one casabat and a so it doesn't matter say, for you to be reasonable, no, as a who hold your doctor degree or master degree, Yanko Pombo, Nipa da dream or yeah, let it work. Money go on to become that powerful, people will be scared. Or themselves will take decision based on a rational within rational parameters, and that you do a lot of introspection, you do a lot of questioning, and sana what to abana mana. Oba tinasa ye no ye. But me na me president na me say nipa no koto abama me no enim nyansa. Constituency me da ponchi ko jina na me de nipa ko jina ho a. Na me the party flag so a. People will vote for ponchi. Jubilate, then nipa lose because a party. Definitely. As such a president, you are free to mess up, because you mess up, you will still have idiots on social media who just still sell the message and patronize, because after all, at the end of the month, he has sent the credit man, and that is all he seeks. But the future that is ahead, and then among Ghana running America, people are in the UK chasing a dream. The American dream has become a high value proposition that people are chasing globally. Look at the number of Ghanaians trooping up in the American embassy seeking to go to America. Why? They don't go there with a master's degree. They don't go there with What
was the purpose of the lottery buy?
Yes, the lottery, you see, if you read the American history. Exactly. Because so we have American history. America was built by the Indians. It was built by the Chinese. It was built by those from the other side.
Black slaves.
Exactly, and the blacks and then as for no. But they did a research. Who said the average age in America no amount for age. The average age you get 43 to 53. Yeah. Productive was Nippon Bayer Jumano, Conform. They came out with this particular plan to ensure that we ship for youth who are then and to contribute to labor. What I say, because these individuals now, America is not a place. You can't do that. You can't be there for 1 week. So when you go, you are forced to work, and when you work, the system will get better. You understand? But what is the long-term plan? What is the vision? Nothing. No one said.
And I will in the next 10 years. What is the vision of Ghana, the country? How many engineers are we going to produce? How many medical doctors? How many carpenters? How many masons? We don't even know.
Yes, because and now I was going to a TV station to do a program here at 9 o'clock. I was forced to leave home 6:30 because of traffic. Accra traffic are choky in the last 50 years. In the Accra has been a avenue for fatal traffic. And you be saying, you bet me adi I be Accra akofom I na nopa obi ad na car sequence, and the traffic situation is really terrible. What can we do? And railway like Accra has a Accra Kasano, we can start building railways for inland your friends transportation and not quite reduce the burden road. So but and I'm so policy
your friend Trump lines, no, Trump train
exactly, but when sometimes me say a lot of people are rising to political prominence, they don't have the wisdom to fix a country. Some of my political campaigner NDC for Modi Okada Bebana. What are some of Dr. Baumiakai? Or say, or more the cars in Ketuana Bema drivers.
Not choking more.
So yeah, people took that particular thing literally. The reason why I'm traffic work you have a number of cars and I'm your so in this car Ketuana Chamanipa Bibra. At the end of the day, no, you are creating traffic. Traffic now say Okada no baby you are rather giving people cars to cause more traffic on the road. When we can come out with commercial cars, long vans, your friends saying bus stinting, a buying bet may deploy a lot. I'm a power juma. Obi unpacking the private cars. If you are supposed to join the public transport, that particular thing, that particular initiative within a year will reduce the traffic burden in Accra. But all these things, we don't think about it. It's always about politics, harnessing political expediency and political capital out of every situation. And sometimes you begin to wonder. Nano crana me catch Robi, Etoda, Senyankopon on one casa na boy, Sesenyo, so be Okoda no be a far honkobo ye gumo. Sometimes the way we think, which is all game when I went to see we people are bold to defend what is wrong. Are they supposed to me say at the bond and the knee, I can defend it? Just say morals, convictions, those things, we don't have it. And these are near my editor of mine. So who read about the foundations of America? And then I said, for now, people were really committed. People made a lot of sacrifice to make sure, say, truth and honesty, you're being Bible into national policy. Nipa benya law for country. What you can do for America, what you can do, your contribution towards the growth and the development of America as a country. Now they have the American dream as a result. What is our dream? And never be able to the 21st century. Government is even taking more from Ghanaians. Ghana for them more brutal. A man for Sora no pay Juma bre or Mojani. So when you see Kakasa, the Buffia Buana, Messay fancy diamana, who see a home E-Levy. Say Obi, a Yesika, who fell out and Damana, who a home E-Levy. By the initiative for government to have in the long term, no, a bankers of the factories, Babana, your Cobom Patasi baby. Now, yes, a factory. Go to Germany, when you talk about factory, you see proper factory. Because factory only becomes a factory when there is a productive output that reduces import burden or the ever or minimum. But here is the case. I say the VW for the plant abaha. One, good. What I say in design for the plant abaha, good. But Dr. Lamin can't say design for the plant balance on the cars no higher. You will take CDs to buy. Yes, $1 and carbon thing. All the CDs never got a car. But what car now you know? Nizam company and Ghanaian company, they have to take their monies away. So they will change the cities now into dollars, and the money will go to put pressure on your currency. So if you have a president on social media celebrating, Nizam for the plant, Nizam for the plant, when they finish, they take all their monies away. All the multinational companies like MTN, Vodafone, and Asefonum, yes, they are helping us. NTA GDP, you bought Sikana Kafu, because all these multinational companies are here doing business, employing, and you see, Nema Koso. By in the
we are blame a Ashanti businessman say, and I'm say one more a coin soon tea, and I must see a friend is saying now what they are buffalo.
Exactly, but they forget the MTN are changing the Sikana into dollars. They are taking their monies away. Order for or they call and several other multinational companies reaching your music no more they call. So I know the day you don't have any control over your currency. It will continue to say disrupt it. And look at the black market, our forest here. What who messes are buying the messes be better to control. Your friends a roadside forest in a black market and what Accra has a pet many party dollars a good table so and you're not pay another amount. All these things. You see, people no, really, there is no mass. Me, I don't hate him. I really like him. I like his perseverance. I like the fact that so some man for campaign and also the president. Not in them go through the challenges. He rose against all these things to become president. You need to be a strong person, a tough person to be able to do that. And for that one, I respect him. But you see, as a president, he has proven to be a monumental disaster. A monumental disaster Ghana for city emotion with no master plan. Because my character on the media edition will be speech, she'll give you a clue, say, not only planner or the baba. Me, I want to be president. From day one, I have my book. The opposite way here in the long term, you write everything down. So by the time you become president, you have your plan. Time to time, you review because time in for Nankasa, changes and for the scope may change, and NEMA objective may change, and even the direction of the world may even change. But yet, what is the plan? My culture says oil now yet oil no is not sustainable in the long term because the world is shifting from fossil energy to clean energy. Strategic investment here in Africa, among for a lot of the countries are pulling out. Since Nigeria, total energies are pulling out. Oba Ghana higher, your friend say Exxon Mobil, American.
Complications about ambulance and Obana Tum Petronim and Land Cruisers are receiving free petrol. What a sick nation.
So countries now more investments in oil no they are all pulling away. So actually I give you clear signs in the next 20 years the oil industry will be crippled because countries will be relying on clean energy. And the economy are built on energy. free SHS I say yam to nyum from ya because ya the oil seeker na finance no. Because in the next 20 years you nipa ya in the long term what will be the sustainability plan or the guarantees, the financial guarantees for such a plan. So world no FAC out of fossil energy, now you shifted to clean energy. Your energy, you the buy and quiet and answer your BD and I ban it. What is the long term plan?
What him say, same way, you know. Over here in the UK, in the next, I think 20 years or so, move work electrical, a friend is saying, vehicles, you know, in terms of diesel and petrol, it will be the thing of the past. And they crowd there was some zones be out to me a diesel cars and charge you more. You know, you have to be mindful of some of the places that you drive when you have diesel cars. The plan is now no many Ghana ni yenu ya Ghana ni ono the policy government policy friend is saying more initiating much more policies for the next 50 years 70 years 80 years 100 years I know me didn't come on say Dr. Ren ye kro Ghana and them say you need more dream because being part of this government you know already the way in terms of defense, in terms of energy, in terms of your friend is saying nuclear energy, atomic energy, and it shows you that they are prepared. But what is Ghana doing? Yes, sir. You need foresight. You need energy. You see, your friend said diesel. You
see, we are people afraid to be immediate gratification.
That's it.
I said yes. Or the home bus is here, no, no, now, or na. Onya mfasone na de besi da achi onfa ho entina Akufo-Addo the free SHS beba na akoto pass questions am nkra na se monko pass na yenhemu Akufo-Addo critics. So the whole purpose of introducing free SHS is to tell the NDC say montimi amfa free SHS na ma me Akufo-Addo me na me
buy we are born the same. Now, I'm saying I don't know from Tina policy. Why and so, what should the cost of Obi or no work free SHS? Say, or my crime be and was swallowed the trunk and then in the chop boss, no, they corner, they buy. What should the cost involved? Crime, if what you have school fees, no, did the trunk, then the chop boss, or throughout 3 years, the crank,
Yes, that is it. You see, I think we need strategic thinkers. Say, ya was a microphone now me catch you saying free SHS here the quite fast you run out we are not here today. We are confronted with a lot of issues. Professors are calling. Now I listened to Professor Adai Mensah, who is a good friend. I say Okase free SHS no yen review because kwanya so in the long term the sustainability by threatened because Dr. Ren. So what kind of constitutional frameworks now we're privy to the immediate challenges I say the free SHS nearby is the reason why Amaka said in a progressive fashion in a sense to wait any possible economic challenges in our way. But some way by some particular plan because na me catch you be say me na me implement free SHS at a certain point and you're going to need free SHS at the end stage. If that is the point, that is the point that we make here. Then you look at household. When they hear free SHS, when they hear, so that's you do analysis of household, the economic health of various households. Then you identify and put them into categories. So you have the gold category, they are the privileged who have everything, they don't need free SHS. Then you have the silver ones, or every obia by Juma, but near silver. And on near Juma crowd, maybe crying in my no, Sankrofon so no, ordinato, bronze as Sankrofon on free SHS. Then there are companies that they are aware to do with, they have a lot like MTN and Vodafone, Musica Mo Kruma, and some who know modern TV, so no moody, Emma Mai, or Mohono to cast a momo. Because no government has been able to present a very reasonable, your friends saying, a project to them to buy into. And then when you have such a project, some of these companies can even adopt 200 students every year. Vodafone can pay for over 200 students every year. But they can all pay for students. So the privileged class, will be those who have money, adopt students. So by the time I realize, Once a nipa kakra bi na beka in the picture for government to roll out a full-scale free SHS for them. So when you have such a relief, then the pressure and the burden on government will be reduced. You will be able to build more schools. Then you'll be able to invest in tertiary education because E-Levy now, when free SHS now we free, a lot of people will come on board. Or we use to find more tertiary, like a Kufado the year, why year, Onion University back free SHS room, you will have room to just build a lot of tertiary education and feed into the emerging global needs, not any university, any global needs, then people can see that they can associate free SHS, I will foreseeable future, a viable, there is a plan, even our shocks and absorbers in the next 20 years, is sustainable. That is how you roll out such a comprehensive policy or absorb shocks. And the true webinar who said, we have a massive economic takeoff, and for that particular reason, see, I can say I fully free, then Obia Betinyaba, then Obia and oh yeah, the first apartment despite a free, we way by a free, way by a free. But the early stage, I implementing free SHS now. I binding any feasibility studies, any analysis, cost analysis, nothing, you buy as a political reparation package. I could for the promises or the baba. It's your banner there, a billion you deba. I pass a small police in the unions as or macho. Master say come. Or Bassa, oh, yeah, that form Canadian Swiss, Master say come, there. Or bet you form to Akoma Master. Oh, Hunyans and country master say, oh. Dr. Rena young continue call at the hospital Swiss in so or bet you form to Akoma Master because Master say come. That I'm a moon at the hono. And you are confronted with what you are doing. So I think we need long-term amount for more foresight. Abraham Kroma AC akoso modam no wahu na na manfo dina dem na ko yare na
Akufo papa kraka bi o say such a small country adena o come be akoso modam
akoso modam but the vision that Nkrumah had then transcended over generations. He was a long-term visionary person. Sesi amano ka say e kwan Nkrumah the motorway over in the last 60 years in here and now 50 years in there, it's still the best road in Ghana. What be
now wouldn't say Ivan, wouldn't say Kwame Nkrumah motorway? Not there was not even a single motorway in UK. Now UK need motorway. As when exactly. Over UK, almost motorways be.
Yes, and the hydro now, in the sub-Saharan Africa, he supplied a lot of countries because now assets, not also to the extent that we were supplying energy to our neighboring countries like Togo and Togo. Neighboring countries. That is vision. That is strategic vision. So people who are short-sighted, people with a mentality, they see you as they will never understand you. But those with vision will have foresight and they will believe you. Politics politics when you seek to have a long-term vision, people are not interested because be a pentem. Everything is fast, so it's immediate gratification. You need to have political orgasm. Sabaya, enjoy oko campaign benya sema katra manfo. And the project now making sure so anything beyond that, nobody cares. So it's short-term investment, short-term intervention, and we are here, always here. Come on, railway crying builder. So we are all solely responsible.
Ivan, where there, when you say wada Jenny Afapa, now where there, would they want no bottle for Namama, a chance after 4 so abemuno. I didn't have a catcher mebuno, and see a bet to us so and commodity baby, a bet to us so na. And Sana Becono, a dear now war, Emma, a young Mebruni Baba, almost sharing all over the world. Now, so will number will be personal ritual, and now will pay your personal ritual.
Yeah, okay. I think that as huge, yes, we may have our political lineages, affiliations, some appendages, whatever. There will be and not deprive the opportunity to contribute to the discourse. Discourse a bit member of the Ghana. Discourse a bit Ghanaian dream possible. You can belong to whichever political party you so desire. That's your own business. But the fact is that in the end, look for the ultimate good. Say a day and a bit me boy I'm a mine. So party I know the name more crime meet the agenda to make Ghana a prosperous destination that people will not be forced out of their own homeland to go and seek refuge elsewhere. And then a bit me here to build a destiny or minor and crack and dream to become whoever that they want to become. People are lining up to travel to America to have a taste of the American dream. Can't we replicate similar and have a Ghanaian dream here? And it's not a miracle that will happen. We need to commit a lot of effort to time. And then a bit me here, you can't just fold your arms and say God doesn't build railways on building aluminum as for God has given you the wisdom to turn things around, to be reasonable, to be reasonable, to be firm in your thinking, to be able to turn things a bit more tangible and never be. What can we do as a youth? Destiny of this particular country, they are playing extra time. And maybe in the next 20 to 30 years, you may not even find a single one of them. So I know the day, so what is social media? Now you're advocating for these people to toy with the destiny and the future of this particular country, and you think you are doing yourself good, you are a future leader. Trust me, you are just a future fool. You are not a future leader. Let us just see the need to speak truth to power. Where are they echo wrong? Maybe I buy no deserve commendation. Why not? You need to commend them, do more. But where you think we need to condemn. That is what makes us human beings. And with that, I think that time will come. We will all come back and look back and say, this is the Ghana that we were fighting for. And now, we have achieved whatever that we wanted to achieve. It may not come today, but your kid or your future generation may come and give testimony to the fact that a time came, certain people rose and fought for this particular country. They all added their voices to the narrative, to the political discourse, and they were able to shape in it to bring independence and as to us. Subsequently, to make this independence a reality. And now what Ghana is independent is just a sham, because you and I say economically we are more indebted to other people than ever. We are not self-sufficient, we are not independent. So ideologies normally you see our political ideology these are just joke, because I want to know how do you have a political ideology? You are being string controlled by a certain foreign influence, because over the years what demonstrators say and that is what we have proven to be. We have the power to chart a new course. You may disagree with me, you're not supposed to even agree with me, but you need to just join in a common purpose and a common vision to just make sure we have a future for a country. We will not be looking at our shoulders. We may be here today looking at our shoulders, but is it the same destiny we wish for our generation to come? Say, Obama go through the same thing. Yet, a man for and cry how to do computers, Yet, the enemy are not person about that 6 hours, 7 hours. I do me and I say, what sort of radio and some or activation. I'm specialized in how to travel to the moon, how to make computers. We are specializing in how to have long hour sex. Just a 7 years any team edited. Also radio from an about 7 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, and some we are not thinking because need vision. Let us change the course. Now you said, fortunately for us, we are born in an era social media has taken over. My culture says social media has come with its own form of enlightenment. And that school or no school, you can be enlightened. Just join the narrative, join the conversation out there. You will be enlightened. Enlightenment, and say you have access to information that is powerful, that can make you make an informed decision. It's all you need in life. And I think we need to do a lot to change the narrative. And yes, we wake up and we lose this particular country. I think on various social media platforms, my Facebook handle, Ivan J. Innocent on Facebook, and do follow. I think you can follow me on Facebook. Almost all from Twitch to Twitter to Instagram to Periscope, almost all the handles. You click in Ivan J. Innocent. I think we can be interactive there and take it along. Yeah.
Ivan so make card the sister say or a single man intino opa na watch application the for Dr. Renzo tituma mo abrochire why me can say I say be for Ivan ko be so Dr. Ren na em say Eunice ne ka oh na Dr. Ren e for Ivan ba I abrochire na just say enyansafo ni nyina free krum na wan na be ka na o ma hwe o ma ye fa no a oba be sua nyansa ne mo asaka ho na afensu enkonko ye friend is a human resource nkwa obesa baba ya financially a friend is a sound otimi dia boa akwa oh my Ghana. Ivan, you better ask so much. Take good care of yourself and then we'll keep in touch as we always do.
I say, Doctor, Mechia so I'm an avid supporter, somebody all over social media platforms, and I think she's doing a lot. And other persons, Adino Selipopo, another fantastic young man. I think that from afar, there are a lot of people who are doing a lot to help the conversation will stay afloat. And I think that we will just wish a lot of people will get involved, and then we all build this priority for changing the course.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Enkona any animal so I can so I draw from Paul say Doctor I'm single. Ivan obi so I single. Me person me who destination UK na America France na oh grata nya fe na Ivan beba obeni grata na be hano ye pesa.
Doctor how you ever come answer.
All right, then Ivan, we'll talk.
Okay, thank you
so much. Ivan, that's Ebusia. Valentina in Nicomo.
Yeah.
What do we need Musiana? Obisha with you, Anna.
If you'll be answering with you, I might have to say,
I saw walk far left rather.
Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. That's right.
Yeah, it's Ivan. Okay, that's the truth that he has said. Most of microphone Ghana, no, they are living in a cake life, so they are not upgrading and changing from reality. We say, oh, okay, ono mame no, or NDC ni, or mame MPP ni. Intisenya ono so person. Omani mami ni jeno owa ko vote amane mami enfa no ho enye ni pe o but ono abesori akọ vote ama NDC and as MPP. But let's talk about certain problems that we are encountering. The first problem is about jobs. Okay, we can do a lot of things to solve these problems. Now, assuming we have me saying I'm in the area of waste management, converting waste, which is food waste, animal waste into energy. I'm doing that in Germany. That's what is my specialization. Intifani say, yeah, we have these waste companies that we have in Ghana, and we take the waste, and after we take the waste, we take it to a biogas plant, and then we convert it into energy, and that energy is called methane. So we convert it from methane, and then from methane, we now extract hydrogen sulfide from it, and then it goes to the grid as energy. Then in some days that we are not able to use the energy, we save it, we store it for the future, because there are times, there are sometimes, we have low base and then we have peak base. Internal say, we store it for the next future. Now, our problem for the past 30 years now, we are still having this light out, on and off. Solve problem. We are just depending on hydro energy. While some countries are moving away from fossil fuel and then going into renewable energies. You see, to be able to solve the problem, because in Germany, I'm part of the project that we are doing to solve the problem of the next 2038 projects.
Wow. Can I mention we can't maintain the iron obisi propane a chain this annual mano. All can methane is a natural gas fuel. Natural gas fuel near the friend saying a fee in Ra and I didn't modia for a year and new memo na ababa badani a friend is saying according to the number for moon kakranka craneja, a papa could do an eja, a baba badani a year. enyinem kanea enti ebetimi de aboa yen in terms of efie crown ebetimi de adane ye gas mu ana ye electricity ni nyoma bebre betimi de ye nyoma bebre eho nsem na Valentina edi ho nkoma. It's very educative. Valentina to us.
And no, say yenya that kind of that aspect now. We've been able to we've been able to improve sanitation, we've been able to employ graduates, even if they are not equipped, we can bring the personnel from Germany and then they come and teach. Say
with even only this one, we can it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. The burden on the hospitals would have been reduced. Flooding will not cause too much of problem because rubbish na or is converting it now into energy. Those that are organic parts now, inorganic parts, they say rubber, plastic, we convert it into another renewable energy. It could be petrol because you can use plastic to also convert into another energy. So it is a fact. All these aspects, we've created job already. Now, for accidents, these road accidents that we do encounter on the road. Now, with our road accidents, it's a constructive, very good roads for now. We can find a way of reducing or minimizing the road. How do we do it? First of all, we need to bring in we need to call in people who are interested into going into transport system. Okay. The transport system, they say, interested investors, like the rich people will come together and then they form a group of companies, which is made up of Ghana transport system in all the regions. And then the government will take the responsibility of training the drivers to understand rules and regulations on the road. You see, so if the driver, because the driver is experienced in driving, the problem is that they don't understand the rules and the regulations that are on the road, and they just drive even when they are tired and they don't care about anything. And then secondly, because all driving on him say, so I'm come more than 2 times and I say 5 times, sir. Driving in a very fast mood to go and come quickly. And that will also reduce. And by so doing, the companies that will take up these drivers and employ them on a full-time basis, they would have to put into pension, social benefits for them, so that even when they are working, their social life is also insured, their health insurance is also insured, a whole lot of things.
Wow. Valentina, now you're Ghana, I say Ghana, woman did turn the best anthem.
Me confirm about with school advance me never call Basaba bill.
All right then, that's it. So Val near Tin Cano. Yanko na any a friend is Ike in income. Ike, we'll show you free info.
Dr. Ren, all the way from Ghana.
Ghana info, sir.
Muatama, TM, Newtown.
Okay. Yo, man, call Ike it you.
I know paying a grandmasters in the air patches. I hope some Monday boys in a Quorum no more corridors canina. Me assure me say, or when ya dada, and yes, I feel no more. Ghana for no.
Why is now reduced Canada?
Oh, Edman say me yebi, say me.
Who your money be?
Me yebi, me meet office, meet my office na in your case.
Yeah, and am I for Baba you musica?
Oh, from and dry up to now. Cash out on Kwa.
Cash out.
And cash out. Oh, Abraham said, Hamina said, the friend said, change the Baba Magana Koso de Amepe.
Wow.
Better says, so within 1 week, Crampona said, a Jumanin Koso, and I said, got change in Baba, We need to sacrifice.
Neti almost say mobile, and there are 17 or 1 so more cash out.
Me na E-Levy. Obi crowd to me keeping a secret be 4,000, 5,000 when you phone so. When you see so E-Levy a pass, you crowd me by a pass and I pass a catch and baby musica. And to me you can say
I'm for 4 hours, I know Moka.
Oh, Biaka. Let me cry me more hope so I didn't yamba because they to me must I didn't 2 almost 3 times. Yeah, boycott now for 15 change on with the Baba. After ya pass it, yeah. And go for your musica.
Not me bow. A banner, sir. hardly.
I dream the Abaha, some new guys, I saw a permit now, me near to me. Naka first now, and by now, it be a commission cry, yako 30 CDs. Now, so for now, I can assure you, 5 CD crime.
Oh, then I say, which means, sir, a Juma way no, I E-Levy now, my opinion, the Abaso, the Betty Discano. Ebegu a Juma mum, instead, say, a bema, a be create employment.
And yes, a good Juma Nancas, and yes, a guno. Me SS, I buy my Juman ye. Me and I may fatty and a minya kakra and a medical register business certificate. And a mababesha business MTN for a Juma. And I'm Minya kakra, and supporting me, who the supporting me family. But I see an Juma senior quacoyan, who be. When you know every year piano certificate to be renew 100 Ghana. Who you so a TM Bejo? Yasia you container now with Timina Sisika. And just through TM and as I through container now with Timino Sicansua, TM for Babaji. So renty container now container new Ranusasa Babaji. It's your assassin swat, asking Ranusasa Babaji. Nina, you know, yeah, come on.
Not just a Mitiwa. We SS no, or my number. One I would do tissue one, a Jawunya Sika Kaka. They send Jessica or home punk, and so mine bow. Nanka University, and I say be out a polytechnic be, and our technical institution be called Nanka Jaw to be 2 hours. One or my number. Who we so I would do Tibu Munaja, was said to business. Business no, not what you want tax. Because in Conforce, you Ghana phone to your taxes. And until you E-Levy, but send you a baby, your taxes now, you are a for some moon to your taxes in tea. And unti any a day, a friend is an E-Levy bar, and unti a single teacher. Who bet me a case is a wood to your tax, away, Jumano, you know. Because man paying a kufa was a moon to your taxes, or the Ghana for moon to your taxes, and untina, you did E-Levy bar.
Me who say, so who ye,
a coat of arms, no, a number, me registration number of VAT number anyway. How do you wait to the sea kakra?
Tax number 1 I get you. I say, container like see one. Say, a metal one. A year be able to 100 cities.
I said, I don't know what you are my
government in the name of TMA, a government accounting.
Then you say, container, a metal container there, Utia 100 Ghana. Then you say, Utia 100 Ghana, the man, a friend is saying, AME. It's your fan is average, the fan is 8 cities. And now see a 7 point something. Into the fan is 7 city a day, every month, Biano, Sika Utiano.
Another one. And you see here. Where your business operates permit. Yama concept na 100 year Jumano. And only a tax I will bet you. And also a year 2.2.
I don't know, a year near 2.2 million. Tetisicano.
Yeah, 2.2 million, which is an 220 Ghana cities.
Okay.
And business. And also your TMA in the name of government.
Okay.
And tax number 3. Who business certificate in Angasa Wako register or general. Who back a renewal. And also 75 Ghana cities. Plus
75 Ghana cities.
Yeah, 75 Ghana cities a year. We'll all of buy.
Who you bet your light bill?
Who bet your light bill? A man to be we are sure container no rent here, and also bet your mura. And a container no so I have not send it in as a secret to a crana, a property more run into says she has a also would you as a ra.
There's a property. There's a mutia property class at the mass as you have a property rate no mutia the ma assassin owner no.
Yo. As I was saying, first rent, I'm a container now with him now. Say now with the idea of betia. And the tax a yetiano. No. When Chemu Baku 1 year by a rock container, 1 year Juma.
Menudin community CA. What my memory, I hear almost about 5 taxes out here. Which you a friend is saying 100 cities need the a year TMA. What more taxes are over?
Tax number 3, me.
Oh, okay. So
every month be on so empty and for my commission. Income commission, sika mudi tua no, almost to tax.
Income commission.
Yeah, sika no mudi tua no. The wo adwuma wa ye no mudi tua no, ya calculate offense tax was so na ya te wansa na ya tua.
Income commission, empty and etua okano. Abai sa tax every week. We income commissioner wunya no.
Yeah, see, into which also, so we check. I mean, who so be who dia? I can check it now. Like a total amount of what a juma why any friends we cash in commission at the back.
A month no. If I say a month no, we are money in no. O commissioner unya, maybe if a commission could do 500 Ghana. You better take 500 Ghana no. Buy the better tax. I say free o commission is.
What can guess here? Can 200 not it your betty.
Oh, who not 500 in pool?
300 in Ponka now it's 500.
Hey,
I met me a month, many blues were Panise cash in commission no 300. Eba now about 230. That is a official tax.
Into tax, almost how many percentage? Also,
almost 13.5.
13.5. What?
What?
Commission so.
Hey,
into mobile money adwuma no. Mobile money adwuma no aban say mu Ghana for mu yentua taxes no. Mobile money adwuma no kwa no, ubetua 100 cedi ama ATM. Ubetua business a friend is saying
operation permit. Business operation permit.
Business operation permit.
Yeah.
Who we are say
container property said the container nankasa with
what's it your container rent? What's it your MTN income commission?
Where to your business first a business certificate of the year to renewal bet you
now when I would tell you who such I will maintain what it.
Oh, that cry if you young cousin, you're organizing a team. Sacrabiania. Or because
who such I be a buying a day.
Ah, blah. That a cry. A ben who can move your fear in any echo for week near the team. That's a man. Na bola prana ka fancy nya be a trash bin fa ka bin be fa yan ka se yesa twa bola ho sika e de ma bola fo no mo be fa
na just say E-Levy no akufo do aba wo mo ye ho party a wo mo si asa ye hwe E-Levy na asa ne biem ye hwe na asa ne biem na bibi a ye nko Joe ho rather akufo do mani agye wo aba London no be ginani wo si pass E-Levy ni nua kra de wo mo gye o mani ye hwe bi so as a E-Levy honorable guest, we need you on the dance floor to show us the E-Levy dance. The E-Levy dance. Hey! So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the E-Levy dance. When we E-Levy dance, no?
Yeah, say who knew who na sa who ye di anya so be di asante ye ble no de omo nka ho.
Asambe na obegina so a ubeka kire omampanyin ekufu ado se nka wunya adaje no we hia wo mampanyin a because minim se video we de wo mo hwe pa ede na wo ka kire omampanyin ekufu ado na menya wo fonyin ne kase na obi anti de wo pese wo ka
asa Ghanaian no de me nka me metumi aka kire ekufu ado an se baby an tipen eduru ya na se baby weduru eye den ya de nana ana se ne ba bi ba wo amo chine bi ono nso aba betna Ghana. And is on one go shed the all ye say young funny say by now Nanko Nyandi president and ka see am sitting yet to me and go no wa abontia and get then obeka. So president be to soon son call yes sir and go no kufado then no beka. Or start a company for kenke buy petrol buy taxes for better so and to mama unya that jira besa besi soon. So the dia ubeko wona na so beba. No.
Yo, Ike, ebeja Ike ona ya kofa ejo. Ike asem na mama for krani atete. Amam for soon. Ow. Anyway, Joe.
Yeah, Doc.
Joe, na
Doc.
who share free info?
Who be sound some show for you? Who giant or
Joe. Miami Joe.
Yeah,
Miami
brother.
Joe, why this? And then they make a cancer match like Ghana.
Oh, yeah, baby. Me did say
Miami UK Boga Joe. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, me did say Bibi Aboko.
Adum.
I think it's been a long time. Yeah. You better want to see for the opportunity. I think say right from GN Radio, you've not given up, and I've been following you, watching you on YouTube and all that. Sometimes some of us, you know, but I mean, kudos to some of you guys. You people have never, you know, kind of felt say we need to give up. I think say it is only in pushing then success can be achieved. Until when some of us have given up, and you people have made us aware, say you don't win when you give up. Until first, you know, usana say oh kopel bar. You say then they'll give you up no nya. Be follow no obenya. But you see, your mind baby I could you know. What all of us needs to do no. A collective thinking. I think so when opinion kasan Ivan kasan or can be. It's about the collective role na ye wo and how successful na ye envision or mine to be in the near future. Doc, I know says on my Ghana sebi yet send ya open anka UK how want na ha.
Debi
I will pay sorry if snow be na a kura utima. Sebi.
And then snow be cry to say who says
yeah, a crowd ultima, I did a jacket and Kwana washes. Wouldn't be shot at a papi bia, but Ghana Sebi ultimate dress a kama. Until ye na ye penny a better, but the situation I am paying for a creative am I. And one thing I yen when we say time ya make us as a more Jane and maker, yen paying for no. By your afraid the ordinary Ghanaians, they are the proper Ghanaians. We become the ordinary Ghanaians. And you know what I'm trying to say is say, the yes say young ordinary Ghanaians, you who say, yen paying for no, until we begin to unite and talk the same way Dr. Ren is talking, talk the same way other freedom fighters are talking, or mine yeda, because they gain in our retrogression, they gain using our disadvantage. And when we are at a disadvantage point, that is where they gain. Because on said the wide or paying for more vision minor, like Ivan was saying, they will not sit down there. Today, UK is calling all Ghanaian nurses to come to UK. If I tell you the number of people I know, how many nurses and doctors who are coming to UK now, Rebecca Accra, it will be 10,000 patients to a half a doctor. I would say half a doctor, because the doctors are all fleeing.
Yeah, after a year COVID-19, what was about to happen is GN said there's going to be a friend is a brain drain, because most of the medical doctors after Brexit, one person about Ghana no more established, because the UK government will go to Commonwealth countries to try so more nurses doctors no more to me trained no mashama or munko for muti so and what all it was to do.
Yeah. And you know, I think we've gotten to that point. We need to devoid our discussion with that partisan line. That may end this, may MPP. We need to devoid our discourse with that kind of sentiment. Rather, we should make the discourse on what is going to move Ghana on the world map. What is going to make Ghana the prosperous nation we all envision it to be. It's got great talent, it's got great people, but lack of leadership. And it all boils down to so much obsession with political lines. I was every day toying with one political line. And you see, sometimes the media is also not helping. The media and the so-called celebrities are not helping. The media is always NPP, NDC. When there is a problem, NPP, NDC. And Doctor, I think that I accuse you even at some point, you know, when you bring in NDC and all that. They are not going to help us. We need to say there is to say Millionaire now or say there is a problem with a gutter in his area. Who is the development agent? It is not about MPP and this. Let us bring in the know-how person who knows something about gutters. Bring him on there. I tell you, Chairman General then no wakof MPP NDC about better now. And they are Chairman General. No, better every day, the same style every day. The journalism is not informative. It's all about sensationalism, and that is all this the country is being. Me can say, paying for they are not fools. Nana don't say what's in the UK, what's in France. You think he's so stupid, but he's taking advantage of our stupidity as a nation. Ye now ye feel say me NDC ni me MPP ni so media nana do on and then no kra make say what the best deodorant in Odiegu until I will defend him. NDC no so be kan John Muhammad or yet then krana he is the best the world can ever think of. So when Nanado is messing up, he has people backing him. So how can he know? I had to say, Internet paying forecast the ultrasound or nims and achia. So it is up to those who are following him to say which achia. No almost on making so almost no muheli on hini. Almost no say nana one uko is a free SHS. She E-Levy by Mammy be a mere mesha, mammy way. Ye cast on E-Levy within 2 months, sebi but wakoto pizza ne a saying. Or champagne or no see a E-Levy aba.
MPP for woman say
party lines, such a myopic mindset.
Me was who call the Quorum Northern Region now almost were common to
exactly the point. But because on no feels or MPP ni. It is a MPP no NDC beba the MPP no sabi omo Google Ghana she likes it because I end the party in our power. You see, we cannot move a nation with such an attitude. We need to, first of all, the citizenry, we need to have a change of mindset. I believe, say, if Yemfan say Mamia or a video or challenge the policies of Nanadwa, it will rather inform Nanado's decision better than me. NDC and CPPD, because it is only when people within his ranks approach him and say, look, the direction we are going is wrong. You know? Then he will say, so okay, if my own people are saying it, then of course I have to change my ways. But here is the case because of party lines. Are you telling me, say, MPP for MPs, no more parliament? Are there not some people who are against E-Levy? Some are against it, but in the name of towing political line, obeying. In summing up, no, their message and say, and we've all seen people like Sarko there, people, grassroots, ordinary Ghanaians follow you. Sarko there will buy from the 2000s. Sabi will John Crown, and then when you scout champagne, you don't care about the people anymore. Talk for the people. That is the nature of celebrity. That is the nature of you holding that status as a celebrity, as someone people hold you to high esteem. You need to be the voice. That is why I like Tupac. For me, my role model is Tupac. His song and everything was something that would kind of empower the ordinary youth, the youth from the grassroots, those who were oppressed, those who were racially abused. You see, listen to his song and listen to the inspiration. But in our country, sebi, because party amaniska into the dock. Me the best and I met that was it. Winning some other freedom fighters. I mean, like I said, I've followed you, I know you, so you've not, your friend is saying that fire. And like Kwame Nkrumah said, no, I think some of the lights now you've kind of enlightened us. I don't think it will end anytime soon. It will not end, and we hope say a change will come in the near future. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Joe, dear, you manache. Albert. Albert. Boss.
Yeah.
And this out me can say.
But so I mean, me tell you,
well, me am a boss where I need but me come dear kakra.
Yeah.
So won't mean creative work for our home. Won't mean minute. Emma, or money, mammy, Jessica. Emma being cat or man for and now resort to E-Levy. So won't him, oh, young penny for an idea, so massa. Oh, won't him in ya Ghana is a better margin, ya movie. Ya wa agenda power with in 3 more. So what say, or mine is so mubeti ye movie our own. Ghana, young, and yet too late, man, and Addo more. They catch it out, and yet too late. But won't him in and create wealth, Emma or mine. Won't him in a answer, and as our constitution that way. Obediatum. But so be a war adjourning so obey me adjourning. What you say? So obey me creative be more minor. Am I even walk about the count? Sir, E-Levy no made own support to Union. And when so a Quama MPP, any NDC, a Quama Nanado, any Mahama here. And yet, Biana, Nyankupo obey you say bedi or mine anymore, Obama or adjourning. And yet, being Yankupo Bay, Mosam made you or mine anymore as a party, Obama margin. Name A, be a name, or be say in the Pafufrobi or no dear. Where you nip a human be but again, a media man on I drink a say. Or no bar, or better say, ye wait. Yamin, I found some watch or do you. I will begin no popularity and do ye be ye. Yeah. Or 2 4 say to 2 decay. I confirm not in a man here, can see you.
And no crack.
And to Ghana for penny for your movie, your watching it. Mama, what is a movie? Ye movie. Nanado, ye you saw your penny cake, Yamewama watching it, or the Adini be a pray ye movie. And to Ghana for penny for MPP NDC. Ye movie na ye Casano, ye watching Cassia dying dream. Munya so on your politician to Munti, no. Munya is on core school and Timunti and where I mean core school. Once my catcher say, unti men winning critic, Sika Emma Omaya, and now resort into E-Levy because we need to be a bit me a dabo or mine. So I say, by your movie watching it. It's what platform is so. Forget about said Dr. Ren, where a freedom fighter. So who is our obey Nanado? Who is our obey? You can't say Baumia. Mahama mubia ye mubi wajime muntie yen ye mubi ye wajime Muhammad ya say wo ben no forget about the platform no muntie yen ye mubi wajin kese eda yintrim minya me de manuasi
yo ye better say ye papa Albert ye bra Albert ye nua Albert na ye tinin kan ye nko fa kwame ye ma ye akwaba ye wi e be kwa kofa ye nana ahozen na eja etimi adwetwem komo kwame yetim
yenia me da say say minim nchire bebreba facha me Albert Kasim you say wealth creation no person who wealth creation there's a book called Guns, Gems and Steel, so Ghana need be our person or building policies on nation building. And so we read this book now how imperialism works. We usually reading why some nations are poor and rich, and you understand certain principles, right? Wealth creation is based on value. Value is based on how you perceive things. Into Ghana for you need value in our even our culture. We don't value, we can't value and you say a sumbo, but we don't even know what it means to have a culture, right? Because 12 years of our education, right, from KG to before tertiary education, we are put through competitive education. Ubia per se is a crab mentality in school. We know the first, we know the second. Into Emma, we socialization, we do sociology. Emma, each individual in Ghana becomes very competitive and very vindictive because when you didn't see first, into Emma, you do two position beer, you are looking for your own selfish needs, and those are subconsciously being trained to be selfish and
you always want to be above people.
Even tertiary education, you university, first year, ube from first class. Now segregation from the get-go, even into from BC, ube do SSC, one child into minya science. One year science cry. Why when try no engineering? Engineers they are not innovative. Circumstance into engineering, technical engineering. We don't even know how to create the value to create the wealth, because the people we are just it's a remnant of colonialism, because they wanted to get people who can just do rote learning and put them in administrative roles. Yes. The leaders, no, they are like one-eyed men in a land of the blind. What it is I don't know be free krase e Ghana on see a crada ne wo fa be funny free e kra ho obe do akra kotoka pum odu Germany, US, London, no INS, no doctor, no neurosurgeon. It is the system, and so our leaders who have bubbled up into position, elite position, almost your margin said they will change it, because when they change it and become equilibrium or egalitarian, they will not be the leaders, because guess what? If it's a fair playing field,
that's it.
If it wasn't a fair playing field, elite, it's a fair playing field that they will never be anywhere near the top. Because so ufa yenina be to America. Na me call high school saito ebe to me be the mayor of America. Now I call private school Ghana. Na me no compete with America. Want to me medimi so Ghana say it's a equilibrium, and that is the crux of it. These freedom fighting is an economic fight. Our leaders don't even know what they're about. Almost feel say it's a political fight. It's an economic fight. Yeah, now we are economic migrants. The reason I don't even want to show it, because I hold certain things. But see, E-Levy way. I want to call a lot of the IT guys in the diaspora. Look, cryptocurrency is out. We can build a system where the exchange of value can be on crypto. So Momo, but once he enters our crypto system now, we can trade value, and then the only output or endpoint is when you are taking it out to do something in the economy where you don't really need to, you can't use crypto. But what I'm trying to say is, our leaders don't have the vision, because they don't want to have the vision. Would you almost see if you almost see say, okay, almost your counterparts in abroad, they can't even compete, because they are kings and principalities in Ghana. And it's not it's a self-preservation of being elite in Ghana, and they wouldn't fix it. There'll be another train by say NDC next 4 years or the next way. Also, there another policy whereby it doesn't make so. It's a thing. It's a cyclical thing. But you bet me if you want to gain power, this is what we have to do. First off, you're making sure say our political advocacy online and social media translates into actual intellectual advocacy too. Yen change to me yen say constitution, but we should also advocate for like educational reform. But like the very first step is to make sure people are socialized properly in the society, in Ghanaian society, so that crab mentality, any way of thinking where first class, say any change it, and we can't do that. We're just talking about. We have to make the kind come to the ground, because one yes now they don't first grade, second grade projects no only we need the first, we need the second class. Now
my background was polytechnic. 14, 13, 12, no more polytechnics. I say Ghana. And some back polytechnic. No, how many years?
Yeah.
And Kra had 12 years, 10 years, 8 years, no more polytechnics. Ghana, no anyway, Kwame, you better say, I would see my name fan and now I was in a rap here. Kwame, maybe so fun the last words, but
Kwame, that's it. It's just soon I board in Akasa. Dr. Ren, they be a mass, I mean, there. Karma is a bitch. Masemio.
K-A-B, Cam.
Masemio. Maybe the Holy Crown. Yan papa ofidori ya Ghana fo. Dachi no bunde wa ba Ghana fabro. Ibinum keda ne papa obatina dun. Otum na nkoten ozi ne pay ozi bom 4 months na waji ana mobwa. Ya kan ya na Ghana fo yin ne ya adwen because na nkoten no we na adwenum. Papa no a good lawyer. Papa no wa gbobra. Papa no hu hia da obotum wa ya Ghana ya ot brofo. Oka brofo bi nkabi. Ghana fo nya so yezin ya ntekasa. By Dr. Mprem bisa wasemo e was UK me was US. At there UK opposition one of what I am pakro no all bo opposition nizin da on no nyamani ye ya. At the America had Biden all bo Donald Trump there on na man wanyi ni ye ya. By Ghana nkoteze ya betra da etubo bo opposition still for all of 5 years in still opposition nizin we yenenim da on na wan yaze. Yes, the damazi as a tremendous my better than Yakodo. The better than year tumpon. Yana yet me mufunankasa, yellow opposition, our brother on the was say man, and say papa, young canasam, and so one of them dolly ye. Papa not to do him all your money ye. On him there or say man in pa, Ghana from opposition, nizin. Akufa da pass E-Levy still what opposition na wa yazi nti ebeden ye tumpon opposition ozi E-Levy no parliament ana opposition not na do pass law na Ghana fo nyanju no nye adwuma nyane kamse no nye adwuma kwame safaka otna why need to there hammer all opposition na nizi na ono na one pass I Mama you know mentasi, what you Ghana media na mentasi because on the war poison on coffin because Ghana yet say media too much. You know call Adum FM, Eagle FM, that kind of station out but then you know kodo. Nyim nyansa, nyansen why you MPP NDC on yet na Ghana. Wa pass abazina yebeye ode ye kanya hu bom ye nyina ye to bom yakọ akekere yempe ba e baba grands damazi ibi bot twe won Ghana cash he ode nchako for the watch no to ehun video no ko viral ma me na nuku nutu no lutwa na ben na ode nchaka for ye twako for da ben
abutar
Order yet chinton ya bonu to the may.
Abutar.
No man penina, no man penina, or some is a mint obibia. It's obibia on Mobwa. Mahaso mint obibia, on nothing you want to cry. You know, 2 honorable mint obia. Mahamano or cross I am the mint obian. You're not Yajuma, Bibia Tisha Mahama or the Nisco. She say E-Levy were passing, I want you. Okana.
Ghana for man ska busumi biasa Ghana futu ya mama.
Oh no for America or any campaign bia. Ghana for no bakan. Henam na ye bojo judgment no bakan. Sister ma ba send me risika. Mo dwunu we bien. Mo dwunu we bien. Nti me send mo bro da na me send damara. Ghana for ya papa. Omo yentu sikronum na asam freedom fighters ya yazi bia onye they bia makasemi. You forget about the president. They be the president. Ne yenye as MPs. Yenye as MP na na shedi ojina wo oboaso obonwi.
Oh, on the oracle, on the 2020 oracle na shedi record. Na shedi e wo kofa oracle.
Obonwi. Yan fan nkofun na yenje president na yen wi the president yen wi na china ba say yetumi yen wi na MPs na iye no mutanum pa yebotum ya survive ye kapene biale per president that ma two stupid doxy obayas na yebotum ya penetrate one term but ye is yebotum ya penetrate we MPC num omenye na adwe freedom fight omenye na adwe nye adwuma na ye nje da bi bebeje na wenya
na say ya adwe ne adwuma o azay
yeah president wododo
the reason this is how the plan is already we have people out they will contest for MPs more people from many of the constituencies our Ashanti region we have targeted some places
central region central region
very good intino you won't go far as for
other you forget about because eba that ma too stupid doxy that ma woman wa pono no so akoko so wa pono no one I don't know but you would if him
sorry to kodo
nti yesra one freedom fighters yesra one o ma yenjai president ni you focus about MPs oboboan because bebre him kasa na na shedi me believe in obonwin wo oboase wo masrala nana masraw nana magasa mafro muntu mankana wa ha onye sam nyina na ode yaka ba masraw brother erebu adwuma wo menye njai eni sefo wona adwene fi yen tirim ni focus about MPP ni yambo on pressure please woko mahama de ne baby oredwono so papa no resist ore yakase they say ya hoye won mahama no abla ko fa do te no ho nti papa no mon kofi me yankwase eze kramp wo de hye mahama nti me munkodum njim takofa do guduru jim by akufado hwema tenum ma final wedding
yo
wo melebe no obapem ba de ne eze be kira won kama
yo that's it nana at the end of the day no ebusia yinyina ebusia bako anyway I thank you guys so much say it to me so any achepa the conversations were very interesting from Nana Shady, David, from all the ones that join us. Madam Munina Smasi, Joe Munina, Meda Obibia, Albert Munina, Obibia, Meda Munina Masi. Hey, all right, Ekufadu UK, and into Ababa Bedudia, any, hey, one time.
The morning, share my drippy. Tuesday morning, share my drippy. Wednesday morning, share my drippy. Weekend evening, I have my drippy. First and nice, just and nice. Morning, share my drippy. Tuesday morning, share my drippy. Wednesday morning, share my drippy. Weekend evening, I have my drippy. First and nice, just and nice.
They want to be coddled. That's why most black people can't handle the truth. Normally, if you tell a black person the truth, y'all end up fighting.
Yeah.
So people avoid telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our co-workers. Because if you tell us the truth, we might hurt you.
Wow.
They want to be coddled. That's why most black people can't handle the truth. Normally, if you tell a black person the truth, y'all end up fighting.
Yeah.
So people avoid telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our co-workers. Because if you tell us the truth, we might hurt you.
Wow.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.